Hello, everybody. Let's go, boys. We're back. My God, we've never been this back before, except all the times that we've been back before. Just keeps going up. It just keeps going up. It's nothing but up, everybody. It's nothing but up. What's going on, everybody? Okay, so the plan for the evening is it's a big one, okay? These next two episodes are going to be absolutely essential. The goal for the evening is, one, we're going to take out Flying Bull. I'm sick of that little bastard sending Shek to us. I'm over it. We're taking him down, okay? We're dropping his ass. Second, we're going to go have a conversation with Seda, and we're going to attempt to reconcile our differences with Seda specifically and get him to join us. We're going to give him one last chance. One last chance. So that's the goal. And then depending on how much time has passed between those two events, we may begin setting up for what will be the Battle of Blister Hill. We're going to end this revolution right now. Put him in the dirt right now. We're going to have to send an envoy up to the Flotsam Ninja so that way we can make allies with the Flotsam and potentially get some assistance there on the back end. But the Civil War is in full effect. The Civil War is in full effect. Bad Teeth is now under the control of the Krall's Chosen, so that's not great. There are Shek over here. That's partly why we need to get rid of them, because now the Krall's Chosen control Bad Teeth. So Shek on the horizons. We got enemies at our gates. Things are ramping up. Civil War's taking a real feckin' turn, everybody. Things are moving. Things are happening. It is happening. It is time. So that's where we're at. That is where we're at. I'm gonna have you pop over here and see where we're looking for research. Last episode we spent pretty much the entire episode, save for the time we spent on Bad Teeth, getting the place outfitted, getting all of our guys outfitted and armored up and everything. Rashad's missing a leg. Is that why he's moving slow as hell? Because we have bread. Ew, no, he's loaded up with food. He's loaded up with raw meat. With raw meat. Where is he anyway? He is here, sleep. Nope, just on the ground. Just living it up on the ground. Ground life and whatnot. Can we put raw food in there? We can't. Interesting. Yeah, alright, we should probably make a campfire then. Campfire! We'll drop the campfire right, I don't know. I don't know. We'll drop it like right here. Just temporary. I forgot that we had this Leviathan Pearl. Totally forgot about that. And now we can take a food cube. Nope. Take a meat wrap. There we go. All right, so now he's eating. All right, he has the meats. It's true. Change that man's name to Arby's immediately because he has the meats. He has the meats. Okay. So I need to figure out a couple of different things. There's a few things I want to look at. Plate jacket, haymakers, smithing, goat trophy. Hey, we got a goat trophy. I don't know what the hell that means, but thank you for the goat trophy, Frosty. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Alrighty then. What we got here? Either. Goat trophies. Yeah, I was hoping that we could get better weapons, because I was looking at the smithing last episode, right? And in order to make the proper weapons, by the way, I went and fixed the weapons for the rebels, like for the Templar loyalists, so their weapons should have the correct texture. And I also figured out what the correct texture is, and the type of weapon we need to make is called the weapon grade is the Holy Church, right? And I'm confused as to where that's made. It says that after we research it, we should be able to make it, but obviously I don't see it. So I am a tad confused as to how to make it. It says that we should be able to make it from any weaponsmith after we research it, and we did research it. We own it, so now I'm confused as to where that's coming from, but that's fine. We'll figure that out. In the meantime, I want to work on a couple of projects before we get moving. It's 4 o'clock in the morning currently on this run, so I'd like to get have it be daytime before we start heading out. Yeah, we're gonna take out the flying bull though, because Krull's Chosen owning Bad Teeth is not ideal. Not ideal. So. Alrighty then. The Holy Mines. I don't want. Well, Holy Mines we can take down because they're just they're mostly comprised of soldiers. Like I don't want to like attack farms, right? Like that's not the goal. We're not really trying to take out the Holy Nation in the sense of like their infrastructure and whatnot. It's mostly we're mostly attacking major cities and outposts that are controlled by the opposition. Because again, we are still a part of the Holy Nation. We're just a part of the Holy Nation that maybe doesn't want to let go. Doesn't want to let go. Dude, Riel's looking fucking fire in this gear. Look at him. Look at him. He looks terrifying. He honestly, he looks kind of evil, but you know, he's got the flame of Okran in his eyes. The flame of Okran. Look at that. He's a monster, an absolute beast. Would not want to cross him with a dark alley. The scribe crawling with no leg in the background really adds to the drama. Really adds to the drama of the conversation. All right. Let's open up that door. All right, let's make sure that the weapons are in fact correct over here. I switched seat to the Holy Church. Yeah, so this is what they're supposed to look like when they have the correct the correct texture, right? They're made by the correct thing. They're supposed to be the Holy Church. So that's what their weapons look like. And honestly, they look badass. All of it looks really good. So this is what the Templar Loyalists look like. This is actually a squad that doesn't spawn very often, because they have this. This is what their version of the Inquisitor is, obviously. So this is a full squad. They got the faction colors and everything. Looking fire. Looking real fire. Looking good, everybody. Looking real good. Looking real good. Chat is being oddly quiet tonight. I'm struck by this. My God. Chat is oddly quiet tonight. Usually things are absolutely exploding right now. Okay. All right, so the opposition is there. How are we looking on health? I want to make sure everyone is healed up. We're going to have somebody bring supplies. We are going to have somebody bring supplies. Load up on bread and whatnot. Bread. Who's got some? Ryunk, you've got... Yeah, bring this over to Santos. We're going to give Santos the duty of hauling the bread. Santos hauls the bread. Actually, no, not Santos. Scratch that. I don't actually trust Santos, too. I think that the Knight Commander can carry it. That's fine. We'll just have him carry the bag in his backpack. And he's going to carry a shit ton of bread. Shit ton of bread. And our scribes will make more while we are away. Good, 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 good. What is the lore behind the Holy Nation split? Well, this all happened in-game. This all happened in real time. So after Riel attempted the first siege of Admag, him and his underlings, his lieutenants, were captured by the Shek. And Saiyan, who is the High Priest of the Silver Citadel, led a platoon in unison with High Inquisitor Seda to rescue him against the orders of the Phoenix, leading to the second battle of Admag and ultimately the death of Ban and Seto, which directly led to Asada's death later on when she attempted to siege the Silver Citadel. Now, during all of this, before this had happened, Saiyan had gone to the Phoenix and asked the Phoenix for assistance in freeing Riel. And the Phoenix basically told Saiyan, not going to happen. This is the will of Okran. If he dies, then he dies. Despite the fact that I have deemed him as being a champion of Okran, like a chosen of Okran. So Saiyan didn't like that. They saved him anyway, and ultimately it led to the death of the Stone Golem, which is a huge victory for the Holy Nation. The act of leaving Riel there ultimately caused a schism between Riel and the Phoenix, which would later go on to, which would shortly after turn into the schism of the Holy Nation itself. So Riel basically was like, "Hey, you left me to die," claiming that it was the word of the Phoenix, despite word of the Okran, despite the fact that I am a chosen of Okran as declared by you. This is insane. You leave me to die. And then he started spilling out the corruption that was happening in the clergy. He started seeing and connecting the dots. There was a split between the two of them. Riel started organizing forces on the back end, started building up an army. And then, during the Battle of the Four Armies at the Silver Citadel, when we were attacked by the United Cities, the Holy Nation, and the Shet Kingdom all at the same time, there was a miracle in which Okran came down and healed all of the Templars, which gave legitimacy to his claim. And now there is a formal civil war between those who follow the Templars and the Knight Commander and those who are still loyal to the Phoenix. So it's been a wild playthrough. Wild playthrough. All right, we are going to head out. Do you know when how you're going to engage the bull? Any battle plans, or are we praying? Oh, we're going in and we're going to kill every single one of them the way that we do. I mean, we're 17 episodes in, so of course there's a lot of lore, a lot of history here. You know, a lot of lore here. 17 episodes and whatnot. All right, everybody move. Everybody move. Those are Holy Nation. Oh, good. The worst. Okay. All right. Well, we are going to engage with the Holy Nation on the field of battle. Yeah, that's going. This is going down. Apparently, we're engaging them right now. Wasn't really planning on this. We may have to take a second to rest up. Why does this always happen? You ever notice how this always happens? Every time I'm like, we're about to go attack somebody, all of a sudden we get into a big fucking brawl. Every single time. Why am I stuttering so much? Hold on. I might need to do a quick restart and import. I'm stuttering a lot, which is odd because I don't usually stutter this much. Give me half a second. I'm gonna do a restart and import. I'm stuttering an annoying amount. I have anything open in the background? I don't. Okay, just making sure. Do a quick import. Not sure why the stuttering was there, but that's fine. CPU is giving out. It's all Evil's fault. That's a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long playthrough. We're like 17 episodes in. These things happen. These things happen. All right. We'll load in and then we'll get moving. We're off to go kill Bull. Or drop that man. Finally finish off the Shet. Because we killed Mukai already. We killed Asada. We killed Mukai. It's just a Krull's Chosen left. So it shouldn't be that bad. Who is your favorite character in this story been so far? That is tough. I really liked Seda, despite the circumstances surrounding his relationship with Riel. You know, things kind of took a bit of a turn. I really liked Seda. Saiyan has been great. Saiyan's been great, obviously, as well. I would say probably Saram, Seda, Saiyan, and oddly enough, well, I don't actually think he's one of my favorites. A guy who's been here for a long time. I feel like he's jumped in a lot is Cassius. I feel like he's always there. Man's always there. Kind of goated. But yeah, Saram, Seda, and Saiyan probably. Yeah. All right, we need to open up these doors again because things got a little miffed there. Seda was disappointing, but his devotion to the Phoenix was admirable. Listen, he helped lead the charge to save Riel, and then in addition to him helping to lead the charge and lending his troops, he also I admire his conviction to the cause. You know, indeed his perseverance and devotion to the Phoenix was admirable. I think that him and Riel had a good back and forth. They had there was a bond there. You could tell there was a bond there that I wasn't expecting to build, but it happened. So, you know, that's pretty cool. All right, so we are headed... I think we should go straight down and over. We have to head to Squin, I believe. No, we have to head over there. Frankie raiding with a party at 21. Welcome, comrade. Welcome, welcome. We just jumped in. Early night for you, my guy. You hopping off early. Crazy stuff, my guy. Crazy stuff. I feel like this is a bit early for you. All right, we're going to head straight down. We're going to head straight down. Hello, hello, everybody. All right, we're going to head straight down. Why are we moving so slow? What's the deal with that? One of you guys have a fucked up leg? I don't think so. I feel like we're just moving generally slow. I don't know. All right, well, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do hybers die of old age, or could they live forever under perfect conditions? It is... was hybers have a shorter lifespan. This is from the developers. Shek and humans have a very similar lifespan. Hybers have a shorter lifespan, with the exception... This part's not from the developers. This is based on my own theory. The exception to the hybers' shorter lifespan being that of the queen. Kenshi 2 Battle Pass confirmed. So not to break the immersion or look behind the curtain too much, if you don't mind answering, how much of Riel and Sada's back and forth was just language models surprising you? All of it. All of it. I didn't mess with Sada's dialogue or backstory at all. In fact, in the language model, when I wrote the backstory for the factions, when I wrote the faction, the Templars of Light backstory, I actually said that Sada and Valtina secretly disliked Riel because he was appointed to his station, but they kept their mouth shut because they don't want to go against the Phoenix. That brotherhood and that bond was built entirely in real time in the game. I did none of it. Not any of it. I was genuinely shocked by it. Yeah, no behind the curtains. All of the developments that are made in terms of like how characters react to each other and interact and all that stuff, almost all of it is done in real time. I didn't have anything to do with any of it. Which is crazy. Is really crazy to think about. Yeah, I had none of it. None of it was me. None of it. Which is nuts. I, in fact, had nothing to do with any of it. Off to go eat, have fun, man. Thank you, Frankie. I appreciate it. Much appreciated for the raid, indeed. So, I'm excited to see how the Cannibal Samurai playthrough goes next. I'm curious as to what's going to come out of that. That one's going to be a trip. That one's going to be a fucking trip. All right, so we're going to go straight down. Straight down. And we're going to... We got to get over to AdMag because... Holy Nation controls Squin. Flying Bull does not. Holy Nation controls Squin. I don't know where Flying Bull is. He might still be at Nucralia. We'll find out. I don't know, because I'm using Reactive World, right? So I don't know what the changes are. I know the hub is controlled by the Holy Nation. Squin is controlled by the Holy Nation. I'm assuming AdMag is still controlled by the Shet Kingdoms, presumably by Flying Bull. So we'll see. He may be at Bad Teeth. Who fucking knows? Who knows? This series has been an amazing showcase of Sentient Sands, but also you had a lot to do with it. Your RP and attention to detail when conversing with NPCs, what makes it work so well, I think. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm not part of your story, but I've enjoyed it so much, I feel criminal to not pay. Pure entertainment, thank you. Well, I'm happy to have you here, and I'm glad that you've been enjoying it, sincerely. Sincerely. Much appreciated for the 5. Very generous of you. Appreciate it. Keep on going. Cinema indeed. Listen, guys. I appreciate your Phoenix approved, Holy Nation mandated cinema, baby. All right. So the goal here is to now we're gonna cut down this way. I'm gonna get to AdMag. Streaming, well, Speed and Kai streaming is not for the weak. I have no... I don't pay attention to Kai Stinet. And Speed. I don't pay attention to them. Interesting. I don't think I've ever considered that. It's funny. Try doing a Shek playthrough start. I don't think it would matter at all, considering look, we don't have any overlapping audience. I don't know. Imagine that would be an issue. Nobody move. We're gonna get attacked by Garu. That would be annoying. I mean, we'd be fine, but That would be annoying. Yeah, Shek playthroughs can be particularly difficult. The bastards take a lot of energy to feed. Take a lot of energy to feed. I understand, but it's a different niche. Indeed. Indeed. Very different niche. I wonder what Sata's well, I guess we'll I do wonder what under 18 for Kai and Speed, 100% more mature here. I mean, probably, to be honest, probably, largely. All right, keep going, keep going. Where did you get the samurai / Kenshi poster that's on the wall behind you, the red and white one? Not a Kenshi poster, just a samurai poster, and I ordered it off like Amazon a while back, like a year or two ago. My wife got it for me off Amazon for like my birthday or something. It's 3 parts, so it goes it's 3 parts, so it goes like the middle, left, and right there. I just have it laid up and down like that, but not actually a Kenshi poster. Not actually a Kenshi poster, shockingly. Take down these dust bandits, show them what it mean. But no, I got it off Amazon. I have my desk mat. Hold on, I'll show you my desk mat. This one I'm really proud of. She got me that poster, and she got me my play mat, and I'm actually really in love with my play mat here. Hold on. I don't know if it's all gonna show up on camera. Maybe, question mark. I don't know if this is all in frame or not. Wait for it. Yeah. So there it is. There it is. Yeah. Big fan of that. So that's my my play mat that I have on my desk. Okay, now I gotta put my entire setup back together. That's dope, Matt. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So she did good. She did damn good. Man has more than enough to pay Sugar Phoenix's 100K. Is he gonna? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Absolutely not. I'll pay him no shekels. Not a single one. Not a single one. Try doing beautiful luxury weaponsmithing. It will be handy with your army. When we go after the United Cities, we might grab the blueprints for it. Absolutely killing it. Killing it. Beautiful stuff. Look at them with their massive claymores. Their massive claymores. We're killing it. Nice. That was good. What has been the most recruits you've had at one time on Kenshi? The most people I've ever had in one faction was like 130, 140, somewhere in there. In a solo playthrough. That was in a solo, like, not streamed playthrough that I did that, but it was like 100 and something. It's not blueprints, it's a luxury design book, aka the rarest item in Kenshi. Well, we'll find it. We'll find it. It's there. It's fine. It's fine. Over 9,000, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it was like 130 or so. I've never gotten up to 256. Never gotten up to 256. I've always had the 256 recruit mod on. Never actually gotten up to 256. All right, we've got to dodge the hub because we're not here to fight Holy Nation, although that's probably how it's going to end up. What it's going to end up coming to. We are going to have to take down these starving bandits. Got going on here. Nice. Okay. At some point, it has to affect gameplay, I'd imagine. Based on all of my testing, I can have comfortably about 350 characters on screen at the same time without, in a custom base or in a city, depending on the city, without having a truly adverse effect on performance. After 350 right now is when things start to go downhill for me. Hopefully, after I upgrade my PC, fingers crossed, later this year, I'll be able to have more, and then I can really go fucking wild. My goal is to end up having battles where it's like like 500 on 500, stuff like that, you know? So where's your hair at, homie? It went the way of the dodo. No, sorry, it went the way of the French. It retreated. Yeah. It went the way of the French and retreated. Did you just do that, or am I tripping? Looks good. No, I've been bald since I was like 20. I've been bald since I was 20. I just usually wear a hat. I don't wear a hat because I'm bald. I wear a hat because I don't want to get a fucking headset indent on my head. It has nothing to do with being bald. I don't care about that. But when I'm streaming, I usually wear a hat. I just stopped doing it recently because the hat plus my headphones plus my glasses hurts my ears. So I've just been going full bald recently. Just letting the old dome out, you know what I'm saying? Letting the old dome out. Sun cooked without a hat. Well, that's the other thing too. Yeah, I burn in the sun, so I gotta mind my dome and whatnot. Absolutely massacre these men. Just kicking the shinobi thieves' ass. We're going to pummel some Shek here momentarily. Gonna absolutely kill him. Your genetics is so cooked. I mean, in terms of like all the men in my family go bald by the time they're like 20. It's fucked up because I actually had like really nice hair, right? I had like really nice hair, like super thick, super nice, really clean, healthy hair. The problem was, again, all of the men in my family, you turn 18, 19, your hairline starts receding. By the time you're like 22, 21, 22, you're bald. I noticed my hairline receding when I was 18, let it ride until I was about 20, and then I think a month or two before I turned 21, I was like, it has reached a point now where my hair is a little like too thin on top, and I'm not going to be one of those bastards that tries to like hide it or is ashamed of it and wears a hat and all that crap. So I just bicked it clean, and I've been bald ever since. I have no shame in being bald. I'm a bald guy. I don't care. You know, it is what it is. No shame. No shame. I'm not going to hide it. I think I don't know, it annoys me when people like go out of their way to try to hide it or and this is the one that kills me. They shave it down or they buzz it down, but then they let the sides grow out, right? And they have like the fucking hair wrapping around their head, right? The prior look. That drives me up the fucking wall. Just bick it, dude. You look dumb. You look dumb. You are adding 30 years to yourself. Just bick your hair, go bald, and be done with it. Stop letting it grow on the sides. My dad let it grow on the sides. My grandfather let it grow on the sides. I never got it. I don't get it. Why are you ashamed of you're bald? Like, we all know it. We all know. The Dr. Phil. Yeah, the Dr. Phil. I don't get it. Just go bald, man. Just go fucking bald. Right? Like, just bick it. Stop being a shit. We all know that you're just trying to desperately hang on to the wisps that you have on top, you know? I convinced my buddy to do that, and he thought he could hide it and do the prior look stuff, but as soon as he shaved it, he felt so much... Well, that's the thing. As soon as you shave it, you can't hide it anymore, and all of a sudden, all of like the embarrassment or the shame just goes away. It's gone. It's all gone. It causes far more anxiety trying to hide it, or trying to hang on to it, or pretend that you're not balding, than it is to just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Oh, man. Hey, do you think the Fogmen were like a third hive that lost their queen, right? I have mixed feelings on whether or not their queen is still alive, but yes, I do think they were a third hive. I think that their queen, I think that they were a hive that lived in the underground tunnels, that was the acid mine that was Obedience, right? I think Obedience was an acid mine. I laid out pretty much the entire case for Obedience being an acid mine during the First Empire, in my video, Why Vayne is Red. And I think that if it's an acid mine, that means there's tunnels. And if there's tunnels, that would explain where the queen is and why we can't find her, because in Kenshi 1, obviously, we can't go underground. But yeah, I think that the Fogman queen is probably located in the old mining tunnels. She has to be at least functional, if not alive. They continue to create more Fogmen. Well, there's also the other possibility that they're still using the incubator, but without her, there's no stable genetic template, which is why they maybe are devolved or deranged, and why they're kind of fucked up. Because they're reproducing, but they're genetically unstable because they don't have a stabilizer, being that of the queen. But I think what's more likely, based on some of my more recent theories and some of the evidence around that and all that stuff, is that the queen is alive. she was in danger or is still in danger or separated from the hive at some point, she released a pheromone similar to ants. So when you pick up ants, there are certain breeds of like queen ants where if you pick them up, they let out an audible screech, and it causes all of the ants in the surrounding area to go absolutely fucking insane. They start attacking everything. They become incredibly violent. And my thought is that this would explain why if you remove the Western Queen or the Southern Queen from their hive but don't kill them, Fogmen still invade their territory. It's because she lets out a pheromone that causes her hivers to degenerate and go insane, right? It's like an involuntary defense mechanism where they basically try to devour as much biomass as they can and try to rapidly reproduce as quickly as they can via some other means. And they start to devolve and all that stuff. That would explain why there's not Fogmen outside of their territory, outside of the Fog Islands, unless, of course, you go and kidnap or kill either of the queens. So I think it's an involuntary pheromone that is released by the queen when she's in danger. I think that they were based in the mining tunnels of what used to be Obedience, in the old mining tunnels, and something happened, and as a result of that, she let out that pheromone, and that's why her hivers have started to go insane. And I think that they can't, once it's activated, they can't turn it off. Yeah, they can't turn it off. But that would explain why they can come out in endless numbers, and why we, as the player in Kenshi 1, can't interact with the Hive Queen, Dead Hive Queen, because she is in an area that is literally inaccessible to us as players, as it's an engine limitation. And it's kind of a cop-out when you think about it, but also, like, it would make sense, like, that we can't get to her. That's why we don't find her. What is this stutter, man? My God. That would be that's my explanation. Whoop. Who attacked us just now? Oh, Triangle Bandits. All right. Attack! Kick they asses. We are about to absolutely massacre some Shek. I'm stoked about it. We're going to kill Flying Bull tonight. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm sick of Flying Bull. We're going to take him down. He's been sending Shek to my base for too damn long. We killed Mukai and thought that would be the end of it, but no. No, they've got a new champion. Watch him actually have gotten moved to Bad Teeth. I'll be pissed. Did you see my message about the Fogman's color? The one about the mold and the mushrooms? Yeah, that's been a prevailing theory that Saiyan introduced as well. And I think that it definitely has some viability. The only hole that I see in it is, again, if you remove the Southern Queen from her hive, or if you remove the Western Queen from her hive, the Fogmen suddenly show up, even if she's not dead, which means it can't be a dietary thing that causes them to turn blue. It's got to be something about either their pheromones or something that they're using in their creation, like their genetics or something like that, which is why, like, I think the mushroom thing is cool, and I think that it would be an interesting theory, but there is that one hole in it where it's like, okay, well, if it's the mushrooms, then why is it if you remove the Southern Queen but don't kill her, Fogmen appear in her territory too? But if you go with the pheromone idea that it's like an involuntary reflex when the queen is in danger or dead, that would make a lot more sense, you know? All right, let our guys heal up. Second Shek Holocaust. Third, because we attacked once with Asada, twice with Asada, once with Mukai, and now we're going after Bull. So this is the third march into the Sten Desert. Although they are not making it easy on us. These are Holy Nation. Okay. They are not making it easy on us. I'm getting, like, this weird stutter, and it's really pissing me off right now. I don't know what's up with that. What if you kidnapped the Southern Queen and gave it to the Western Hive? I mean, they'd probably just kill her. I don't think they'd do anything about it. They'd probably just kill her and dump her. I don't think it would do anything. They hate each other, but they don't do bounties. Like, it's not like they have a bounty system. I think interactions with the Western and Southern Hive are kind of underbaked. I don't think they're underbaked in the sense like they had other plans and they chose not to do anything or had cut content. I just think that they didn't do anything with them. Didn't do as much with them as they could have in terms of interactions. I think they could have done more. But I think that's a byproduct of their lore being partially changed in development, right? Like the way that the hives function was actually changed late in the game. Originally, they were supposed to like have eggs and all that other stuff, and their society and hierarchy was a bit different, and it was changed. Oh man, the Shet can't catch a break. Can't catch a break, don't they? Well, listen, they're the ones that started it, and they won't stop. If they just stop attacking me, we wouldn't have this problem. But they won't stop attacking me, so we got to keep going. You know, it's their fault, truly. It's truly their fault. Maybe they should mind their own damn business. Take them down. The Sea of Templars. It's magnificent. Magnificent. Good stuff. What if the fog itself interferes with the pheromones of the dead hive queen, but they know she's still in there somewhere and driven mad by the confusing signals? Well, my thought is, so if you kill the southern queen and you kill the western queen, their hives get overrun by fogmen, and the area starts to become enveloped by fog. Not as thick as the other fog, but like fog starts to appear in some of their territories. And that leads me to believe that the fog may actually be the physical manifestation of the emergency pheromone that is being transmitted to the hivers. Now, I think that the thickness of the fog in the Fog Islands is actually the fully the byproduct, not fully, but mostly the byproduct of what happened in Obedience. You can see it starts in Obedience and flows downward, and that would make sense. Again, everything I covered in the video, my Kenshi Science video, Why is Vane Red? This is downhill, and Vane actually acts as the natural drainage point for the percolated acidic water of Vane's. Obedience's acid mine, right? That's why it's red. It's an acid mine drainage site, and it's the natural offset for it, where the water from Obedience in the underground mine seeps through here and percolates through pyrite and other sulfide compounds and minerals and stuff, and creates red acidic water, iron-rich red acidic water. Now, you'll notice, though, that when you kill the Western Queen or the Southern Queen, their areas start to become enveloped in fog as well. And I think that part of the fog is also the pheromone, the physical manifestation of the pheromone that causes the fog, that causes the fogmen to go insane. So. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Why is Okran's Valley so green and flourishing? It's actually not flourishing anymore. It's still green and still like fertile, but it used to be better. It's actually been getting worse over the last 1,000 years. So originally, let me pull up I'm going to pull up my map. I'm going to pull up my map. It's been a while since I pulled up the map. I'm going to pull up the map. We're doing it. We're pulling up the map. Let's pull it up. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to show you something pretty cute. Where you at? Okay. So this is the map of Kenshi, as we know it, right? As we see it during this time. And let me fix my windows here. Okay, so this is the map of Kenshi as we know it now. And if you fill out all of the signs of water erosion, I've talked about this in many videos before. If you look at all the signs of water erosion, right? Divots, natural signs of watershed, you can see coastlines receding based on coastal erosion and erosion on land and all of that stuff. Using all of that information and all of that, I created a second map of what I think Kenshi 2 might look like when the water levels were higher, right? Because during the events of Kenshi 2, or at least during the events of the Second Empire, the water levels on Kenshi were significantly higher. There was a lot more boats, port towns were a thing. That was all a thing. So using that information, I created a map of Kenshi 2. Now, the name of it is really funny. It's called a copy of 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 the whole story. Reason behind that is because every time I make a new map or a new image on Canva, I make a copy of the old template, which is why it's called that. So moving on from that, I created this hypothetical map by following the signs of water erosion. Now, something that you'll see in this map, and this is an incomplete map actually because I have to add water all throughout Vane. This whole area should also be filled with water as well. So I have to go back through and add that. I realized that the other day while I was digging through. Both Vane and some areas of the Burning Forest should be filled with water as well, based on boats and stuff like that that are in the area. But you'll notice that the water is fills all of the swamp, and then the water travels through here into Oakrin's Valley, right? And then up into the Floodlands. We know that the Floodlands was where the water ended because there is no offlet. There's no place for it to go, which means the water floods into the Floodlands, hence the Floodlands, and it becomes a marsh. It's a stagnant, still basin. It's not the source of water. Some people think the water comes from the Floodlands and goes into Oakrin's Valley. That makes literally no sense for reasons I'm about to explain. The Floodlands is the basin where all the water ends up. Okay, so with that being said, when you look at Kenshi, the swamps, all right, is a very green, vibrant area, very fertile, right? A lot of minerals, a lot of nutrients there, okay? And when you look at a hypothetical map of Kenshi too, this entire area is underwater. Now, when something is underwater, that means that minerals, vitamins, and nutrients can travel. So if there was a tidal bore that occurred, where the water, due to naturally flowing water, water lines and what is it? I'm blanking on it. Anyway, when there's natural flowing paths of the water, if they flow inland, it's called a tidal bore. Okay, and the tidal bore is a phenomenon that exists in our own world. You can see it in places like the Hudson River. That's a really good example. It starts in the ocean and flows inland instead of starting inland and flowing out to the ocean. Currents, that's the word. I don't know why I was blanking on currents. So anyway, natural tidal bore comes through, carves away naturally over time swaths of the land and flows all through here. You'll notice that this area, these regions is in the border zone, are all very low. Right? And they line up with the swamp. They don't go upward. They stay low. Okay? So the water flows from the swamp where all of those nutrients and minerals and all the things that make the swamp incredibly green and fertile, they flow upward through the border zone, and then eventually they land in this basin here, right? And that's why this area is incredibly fertile, not as fertile as the swamp where all of the minerals came from, but it's pretty fertile because it's depositing those minerals as it's traveling up north and eventually settles in the basin that would become Oakrin's Valley. Now, this area during the Second Empire was significantly more green in the past, but it's been rapidly receding. Well, I say rapidly. It's been receding over the last 1,000 years. This area used to be far more green, right? Now, it all settles in here, and a lot of those minerals get dumped off, and then travels up through Wend, and then dumps into the floodlands. But by the time it gets to the floodlands, all those minerals are gone. That's why there's no green, right? That's why there's no greenery in the floodlands. Also, there's no flow in the floodlands. The water is still, it's stagnant. It's a marsh. It's a big, giant basin. And inside this basin, aside from the fact there's no movement and all the minerals have been deposited already, it's also filled with the remnants of First Empire industrial machinery that was used to create the skeletons, because this is where the skeletons were made. So this entire area is disgustingly stagnant, corrupted, heavy metal, chemical-laden water. Very still, disgusting water. Okay? So all of that's to say, the reason that the Holy Nation lands is fertile is because all of that nutrients came from the swamp, and it used to be more fertile, but over the last 1,000 years, as the water levels have receded and changed, I say as the water levels have receded, but that's a whole different discussion because the water levels actually haven't changed. Kenshi's elevation has changed, but as the water levels have changed on Kenshi, the water has disappeared, and as a byproduct of not being consistently drip-fed those nutrients from the tidal bore that is, the waterway from the swamp, the nutrients have begun to recede, and this area has started to lose fertility. So that is the case there. This map is still largely is not finished. Again, I have to actually go back through, fill out a lot of this area too in Venge. careful examination. There's a lot of boats and stuff in here, so that would mean that it's there. So if Kenshi is a moon, does that mean there's an entirely dead world in the main planet, or is it complete? There's an entire different world on the main planet, or is it completely dead? We don't know if the planet that Kenshi orbits is dead or not. We don't know. Actually, fun fact: we don't actually even know if the moon is called Kenshi. Kenshi's the name of the game. We as a community deemed it to be called Kenshi. We don't actually know if it's called Kenshi. That's never been officially declared. But we don't know anything about the planet. We don't know. We don't know. How are we gonna do against these paladins? Crush them is what we're gonna do. We killed the last batch of paladins without an issue. This fucking stutter is really pissing me off. Maybe if I drop my... No, it still does it. I don't know what's up with that, yeah. Well, Kenshi looks way different without dust on when I'm playing with this. My god. Still good, but not nearly as good. My god. I just turned dust off for a second. My lord. My lord. Dust is a vibe, man. Dust is a vibe. But yeah, that's my TED Talk. Welcome to my... I hope you enjoyed my TED Talk. Alright, heal up. Finish our combat encounter against these fools. 999 from Anarchist. Is it just me or did everyone just lose audio? I don't know. Did we lose audio? I don't think we lost audio. My mic still shows audio. Just you, Matt. Just you, my guy. Just you. I was gonna say my mic says it's still working. I haven't lost audio at all on my end. All right, continue heading over towards AdMag. Go! Hey, Muffin. Much appreciated for the 10, my guy, by the way. Very generous. To me, the planet Kenshi orbits looks to be non-inhabitable, so I like to think the humans that arrived first on Kenshi might have come from another solar system even. Yeah, I think that they were interstellar, and they... is Pain alive and kicking? He is not. He died. Yeah, he died in an assault by the five Invincibles. It was an Invincible vengeance. Pain and I think 3 others died. Devastating time, really. Devastating time. Really sad. He will be missed, but yeah, he didn't make it. He bled out in the alleys. I know. I always like the headcanon that Kenshi's just a world in the Warhammer 40k universe forgotten by the Imperium thousands of years ago. I've heard a lot of people bring that up, and it's funny, and I think it's funny. I think it's funny. He died a good death as far as Kenshi goes. He died in the streets, bleeding out, fighting a 5 Invincible, and he also tried hard. Like, he stood up and kept fighting repeatedly, and he actually was protecting another one of our guys that was about to get killed, so... Audio's glitching out for you, too. Let me move my mic a little bit. Might be YouTube. Yeah, because everything seems fine on my end. I'll adjust my mic to be closer, but... yeah, very weird. Very odd, very odd. I just put my mic a little bit closer, so hopefully that doesn't... hopefully that fixes it. YouTube's been being kind of fucky lately. What if you sold Phoenix? I wonder if you could sell the Phoenix into slavery. What would happen? What would happen? All right, we got some Phoenix loyalists here, some Holy Nation. Yeah, very good. Kill all of them. Kill all of the loyalists. No loyalists here. Batter them all. Batter them all. He did. He went out fighting. It's true. If there is life on it, they aren't advanced enough to travel off-world. Indeed. Indeed. Gravity's too high. Can't manage it. Delimb them. Delimb them. We are a force to be reckoned with. My God. My God. My God. Many of these guys are not going to wake up. Has to be done. Has to be done. All right, continue our journey to AdMag. We're gonna go to AdMag, see what the situation there is, and then after we go to AdMag, we're gonna go to New Kralia. Oh man, stake him straight to Grace. More like due to its size, rockets wouldn't be strong enough to leave. It's already already barely possible here. Yeah, that there actually I was reading an article about that yesterday. Literally yesterday, about the theory that like there is life in the universe, and they're looking out at us and they see us and they're like, oh, they could, but they're looking at us gleefully because like we could potentially leave the planet, but their planets are too large. The gravity won't allow them to leave it. They don't have the ability to leave their planet, which is why they haven't explored or made contact in any meaningful way. Which I think is interesting. Although theoretically, if you want to have a civilization that's capable of faster than light travel, or truly given the ability to travel large distances in a universal sense, right? In an efficient manner, they would need to have developed the ability to manipulate gravity anyway. So, like, that kind of becomes a moot point in that circumstance. If they're able to generate their own gravity, then they can effectively like pull themselves along space because that's how space and whatnot works. So theoretically, gravity would not be a problem if your civilization's capable of creating their own artificial gravity in fixed points, because they could manipulate space around themselves. And instead of moving, it's almost like they they warp space around themselves and pull themselves along that line. So interesting. Interesting to ponder. My God, 50 from Anarchius there. Much appreciated. Very generous, my guy. Very, very generous. If my own current playthrough is based on your Seto video is enough to go by the world state trigger attached to the Phoenix Wind trigger, forced recruited Tora and Ghost to rehabilitate them, but Band of Bones and Berserker still spawn. What is it? So I've killed Asada and I've killed Mukai. Flying Bull is still around. And yeah, we're still working on this. Band of Bones, even if you take out Tora, Band of Bones will still spawn in smaller numbers in random places, like in some other areas. Berserkers also still spawn, but they become weaker if you take out Ghost. Because Ghost, despite being their leader in a like metaphorical sense, he's not actually their leader. He's not actually their leader. He's more like a figurehead, he's more like a type of figurehead. There is a chance we've seen galaxies where aliens are, but they're so far away. We see the galaxy before it was formed. Yeah, it's like how if people from, I think, Sagittarius see us, or Alpha Centauri, no, Alpha Centauri, I think, see us. They when they look at us, they see dinosaurs. They would see dinosaurs because of the way light travels. They would see dinosaurs, which is fascinating. Gotta take out these guys. Deshaun over there. Okay. Hey, Hero, what do we know? The most unspoken scientific miracle in Kenshi, the biomechanical interface of the skeleton limbs. Engineers can make that from scrap. They made it from scrap in a cave. Kenshi, they made it from scrap using scraps in a cave. Yeah, I do wonder what the nerve interface situation is with the limbs, like how that works, right? I wonder how that functions, and how they're able to recreate it. But it's it's one of those things. I do wonder how that works with a box of scraps. Yeah. Yup. Some world event just happened? Oh, yeah, I wonder what that is. So out of curiosity, are you much of a reader? And if so, have you read or listened to the Dungeon Crawler Carl? I go in phases. I am a reader, and I listen to audiobooks, but it goes in phases. I'll listen to a couple of them, and all of that stuff. I haven't listened to any recently. Haven't been reading much recently either, but it goes in phases. My wife reads a hell of a lot more than I do. I can tell you that much. Hell of a lot more than I do. And Andromeda would see dinosaurs. Alpha Centauri. Yeah. Alpha Centauri is 4.5 light years away, so they'd see COVID measures. And Andromeda would see dinosaurs. No, I don't. I think it's whichever one's closest would see dinosaurs is what it was. Whichever one's closest to us would see dinosaurs. $4.99 from Anarchius. Well, I brought Ghost to Asada, and she told me to see if Sukan yet lived. Sentient Sands makes things very interesting. Yeah, sometimes I've noticed, unless you specify in their character profiles that Ghost is Sukan, sometimes it gets the two confused as if they're separate people. Because they go by separate names. When I did One-Armed Toji, I had to specify in Ghost's description that he was the disgraced warrior formerly known as Sukan. And that fixed it pretty clearly. But like when I made his backstory in the files to be a little bit more, in depth, I had to specify that he was Sukan. I gotta Google it now because I was almost positive. What's the closest star to our solar system? Gotta Google it now. I gotta know. Proxima Centauri, 4.24 light years away. Okay. If someone from Proxima, gotta Google it. Proxima Centauri. Looked at Earth. What would they see? Earth would appear as it was in early 2022. Interesting. I had no idea. Look at that. I stand corrected. I had no idea. That is cool. Very cool. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I stand corrected. Good to know. I stand corrected. You were probably thinking of the closest galaxy. Probably. I may have been thinking galaxy rather than star. But I stand corrected. You are, I was wrong. Very cool. It's all nearby on the cosmological scale. Septimus knows that you can know. So what if this thing we think of being the only planet with life is happening in many places all at once and we just haven't spotted each other? It's likely. In fact, statistically, it is the most likely option that there is life everywhere. We just haven't seen it. We haven't come in that we know of. That we come in contact with, all that stuff. Like, it is a statistical improbability that, I would go, it's not just me, it is a statistical impossibility that we are the only intelligent life in the universe. There's no fucking way. Kayak fixes that with the layered knowledge system, so Asada definitely knew who he was. At this point in the story, I had already rehabilitated Tora, and the AI basically said, good job, the first one was easy, now do it again. Interesting. I wonder if you renamed Ghost to Sukan, if it would take that as identifying him as being like rehabilitated, as fixing it, right? If he is if he's around, right? If he yet lives. Like, try renaming Ghost to Sukan, giving him his name back, and see if that's the case. Unless she means, does he live metaphorically? Because she could be speaking metaphorically, Sukan is still a ghost, but maybe not. We have Kenshi AI. Yeah. I'm literally playing with it right now. I've been playing with it for months at this point. Literal month, like 3 months at this point. Playing with it for like 3 months at this point. Also, very much thank you for the 20, my guy. Very generous of you, as always. Goated behavior. If space was the size of the Earth, we would only have discovered less than a grain of sand. It looks like a cup of water. And that's the other thing. Like, it's consistently getting bigger, too. It's spreading out. It's getting harder and harder to explore all of that stuff. Like, it's there's going to be a point in time where things have separated out so far due to universal expansion that the night sky will be completely black and we will never be able to interact with another solar system ever again. Granted, by then the Earth will have been gone, but like in a hypothetical scenario, there will come a point in time where everything is spread out so far that light, it will be spreading out faster than the speed of light, which means light will never reach us, right? Because universal expansion is consistently getting faster. And so as everything's slowly getting farther and farther apart and getting faster, spreading apart faster and faster, eventually light will not be traveling fast enough to reach us. And when that happens, everything in the sky will be dark, and it will almost be like we are alone in the universe. Wild stuff. And then the heat death of the universe. Exactly. I'll post pictures of the interaction story time. Tell me what you think. Absolutely, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Love the interactions. I love seeing people's interactions with sentient saints and stuff. It's always really fun. Some of the ways people interact with each other are just crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Gravitationally bound things will still be connected, so we'll still have our galaxy and most likely the ones in our local group. Yeah. Our solar system is already in a void spot, which could very well be the reason we haven't seen much. Yeah, that's. I think I don't know if has that been proven yet. I know that it's a theory that we're in a void spot, that we're like in a region of dead space. But has that been proven yet? Has that been proven? Do we know that for certain? This stream has taken an interesting turn. This is the kind of stuff my wife and I talk about over like breakfast and shit. Our galaxy's most likely in a void, but like, have we seen, like, other than the lack of communication with potential extraterrestrials, have we seen anything beyond that would implicate that? Like, based on our observations, have we seen anything? I'm just wondering. I haven't kept up recently. Crab Nation for days. 4 days. Honestly, that should make the Milky Way's RNG must suck if we're super far from everything. Quite literally, my God, terrible. They named it the KBC Void. Evidence suggests we are under a dense region of we are in an underdense region of space. Yeah. We can't see if there are brown dwarfs near us, but with the James Webb, we've been learning a lot. Yeah, dude, some of the images from the James Webb have been absolutely fucking insane. Absolutely insane. There's evidence that there are several supernovas happened around our solar system and blew away part of the interstellar matter and radiation. A lot. Interesting. We've seen other planets could potentially contain life, but no confirmation. Yeah, a lot of exoplanets are still around. We've seen a good number of exoplanets, but yeah. It's true. Classic breakfast conversations are in fact happening. It's true. This is what we do. This is what we do. Interesting stuff. I watched a lot of Kutzkenar and Riddle and stuff recently, and not just recently, but like over the last couple of years. And then I take a break. But I've been starting to dip a toe back into Kutzkenar and Riddle content. Would recommend, both really good. I will say there's this idea, if you guys ever choose to check out Riddle, there's an idea that like he's an AI narrator. He is not. I can absolutely assure you he is not. 100% is not. Seen the dude who does the voice. I think in his recent videos he actually started appearing on camera occasionally to try and dispel the rumors. But he is not. I know there was a period, I think for like a month at one point, where he actually trained an AI to use his voice to do the narration because he had to do like throat surgery and couldn't talk for a while, and so he like retrained the AI to do his own voice so he could continue to pump out content because he has a business and a family to provide for. And people got mad about it, and he's like, guys, I'm a real person. I just had the AI do it because I couldn't talk. It was funny. It made me laugh. The whole thing made me laugh because people got mad at him for it. And he's like, I had surgery, but I still had like to pump out content, guys. Like, this is my job. What do you want me to do? So, there's evidence that also suggests the stellar nursery that birthed our sun was subjected to a gamma ray burst, and the interaction may have led to several unique element compositions in our sun and solar system. That is fascinating. That is incredibly fascinating. I want to dig more into that because that's an interesting idea. All right, so it would appear that the Krul's Chosen have in fact taken over AdMag. So I hope you guys are ready, because we're about to drop Flying Bull. Sick of this bully bastard sending his fucking troops after us. We're about to go drop this fool. We're gonna put him down. Put him down. We're gonna put him down. Put him down. Now allow me to bring up Vacuum Decay. Alright, how many of them are there? Not yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be good. It's good. It's good. Death to the Flying Bull. Glory to the Crab Nation. Well, we're not the Crab Nation. I will agree with you on this. I'm sure Evil will be happy to see Flying Bull taken out. It's true. It's true. Evil needs to move, man. He's going to show up late again. He's going to show up late and miss the whole festivities. Going to miss the whole festivities. Absolutely the fact that you wouldn't even know what GMB happened until it happens to you. Indeed. Indeed. Not enough of those wannabe enforcers. Hit him with the steel chair. It's true. It's true. We're gonna strike him with the steel chair. Do you have any shields in the pocket from last stream, or did you reset that for yourself? Technically speaking, I do have some shields, but I didn't use them last stream. But I tend to reset every stream just to wipe the slate clean. It gets difficult for me to keep track of everything because I don't actually remember what I had from last episode. It gets tough to keep track of everything, so. I don't. I usually just do a clean reset at the beginning of every stream. Opinion on Dark UI. I'm using Dark UI Vanilla. I think Dark UI is too clean, but Dark UI Vanilla still has that rusty like papyrus texture. It just makes the like tan color, like scroll color sections black instead. I think it looks nice. I think it looks nice. We should get a shield. We should get a shield counter. We should get a shield counter. All right, I think we'll be all right, though. I think we'll be all right. We're pretty stacked now. We're pretty stacked. We're going to take him down. We're going to take him down. Spread out! Spread out to kill them all. We have to find Flying Bull. It's not like he's a particularly tough target, either. Not as though he's a particularly tough target. We got to find his ass, though. I don't know where he is. I'm assuming he's in... Where's the new HQ listed? That's police. HQ is a station house is empty. Residential. Does it have an area listed as the HQ? General store, general shop. What about you? What are you? General shop? Really? Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, well, we'll find him either way. We'll find him either way. We gonna find you. We gonna find you. I gave you two $20 shields yesterday. Noted. I'll keep track of them. I'll keep track of them. We'll keep those. We'll keep the shields. Just saw your collab with Lo-Fi. That's awesome. It's actually, fun fact, my 5th collab with Lo-Fi. I appreciate it. We got more coming. We've got more coming. We've got more stuff coming. Don't you worry about that. It's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. We're doing a whole series, the whole how-to Kenshi series is what I'm doing. At one point, does a collab turn into a job? You're asking the right questions, Bear. 50 from Wall. You just want to show support and make it a bit more interesting. Oh, sweet Jesus. That means we're spawning, doesn't it? That means we're spawning, doesn't it? Here it goes. And it begins. Hold on. There we go. We're dropping it. Drop it like it's ha. Krul's Chosen. We'll drop him in for that. And so it begins. Well, so it begins. We got the fitties. The fitties. Drop them in. These Samurai Elites. Krul's Chosen Samurai Elites. That's fan-friggin-tastic. Collab is a funny way to say doing my tenured duties. Much appreciated, by the way, Wally. Very, very generous. Goated behavior, my guy. Thank you very much. Are we attacking AdMag again? Yes, yes, we are. We're taking Flying Bull. We're dropping Flying Bull. All right. Thankfully, we're all like grouped up. We're all grouped up, which is good. We're gonna go looking for Flying Bull. I need to take his ass down. Goro is way over here. What is he doing? Why is he way over here? The fuck are you doing, man? Get over here. We need to go find Flying Bull. This place seems relatively empty. I'm wondering if I'm wondering if he's actually in Bad Teeth because we took Bad Teeth. I don't actually know if he's in this city here. Bro, I broke the like button. Is it not working? Goro was scared. He's a sad boy. He's a scared, sad boy. We gotta find him. He's in here somewhere. Flying Bull is in here somewhere. Or is he still in New Kralia? I guess there's a chance he's still in New Kralia. There is a chance he is still in New Kralia. Although I don't think he is, but there's a chance. There is a chance. Residential. Station house is empty. Bar. None of these are listed as HQ, which makes me think he's not actually here. Imagine you go through all the efforts and he's not here. I mean, either way, it's still good to take the city down, but he might be in New Kralia, which means, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Figure it out. The Krulls chosen aren't particularly strong compared to some of the other ones. He's not home, come back later. Compared to some of the other Shek like forces we've faced, Krulls chosen actually aren't that difficult. Like they're relatively weak. They got stats in the 40s. All of my guys have stats that are way higher. So they may outnumber us in some regards, but we'll trounce them. Shouldn't be much of a problem at all. I have a mod called Reconquest. I've seen Reconquest. Is it your did you make it? Is it your mod? Out of curiosity, I'm curious. Hold on. Reconquest. Is it yours? Because if so, I have a couple of questions. No. Oh, okay. All right. You're using it. Okay. I was gonna say if it's yours, I have a couple questions because last time I used it, or last time I like looked into it, I mean, because I haven't used it. Last time I looked into it, it was not functional very well. It still was really buggy. Is it working? Does it work better now? Because I may end up using it in the future. I wish I made it. Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely crushing it. Yeah, he may not actually even be here, guys. Flying Bull may not even actually be here. Are these guys still down here fighting us? They are. Giving it all they got. Why is Bland weaponless? What is up with that? That's a question. That's a good question. I used it to claim the exile camp and it works fine. Good. Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I may end up using it in future runs then because that is very interesting. Very interesting. I watched a ton of your vids, but I don't think I've heard what your favorite race is. My favorite race is the Shek. I think the Shek are really fucking cool. My least favorite to play is... My least favorite to play is the Scorchlanders and the Hive Princes. Specifically, Hive Princes, specifically Scorchlanders. I don't like the Scorchlanders because I don't like playing characters that are short and like thin because it makes me feel like I'm playing a Hobbit or a Halfling and it's not really the race that I like to play. I don't mind them. Like, I don't have an issue with them. I just tend not to play with them too much or like as my main characters. And the Princes, I just find that of the 3 Hive variations, the Princes are the most boring to me. I like Hive Soldiers, ironically enough, even though they're, one of the more flawed, species on Kenshi because they can't use shoes or helmets and they're kind of squish, but, just when you want to capture, make sure you say yes because you need reload a save since it disables the capture of that settlement. Interesting. Noted. Okay, yeah, well, I'll save and reload and the buildings transfer ownership. Very interesting. Okay, yeah. Works great if you have a crusading campaign. Oh, good to know. Well, I'll end up using it in the future then because that sounds cool as hell. I wonder, can you install it mid-playthrough? Because honestly, I may end up using it for... for this, before we attack Blister Hill, presumably tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to take on the Phoenix and take Blister Hill, take over the Holy Nation proper. If you could install it mid-campaign, then potentially, yeah. You can custom make the first ever Fat Scorchlander. That too. The only downside is you have to dismiss every single settlement that you capture if you start a new playthrough. That is annoying. I did. Works fine mid-campaign. Okay, noted. I may end up installing it before tomorrow so we can actually, once we take down the Phoenix, we can properly, like, take control of the Holy Nation. That'd be interesting. Cool as hell. Cool as hell. Cool as hell. Take proper control. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that Flying Bull is not here. Is Santos unconscious? Damn it, Santos, you had one job. Don't go unconscious. The fuck are you doing? Fucking Santos, guys. Fucking Santos. Okay, I'm going to assume that Bull is not here, which means we're going to head down to New Crawlia and see if he's there. If he's not at New Crawlia, we're going to head back to Bad Teeth because he may very well have been be at Bad Teeth, which would be really funny. We went all this way for nothing. Not for nothing. We had to double check, but it's cool. The Hero's Heresy will end with the Phoenix on the Golden Throne. No, the Hero's Heresy will end with Knight Commander Riel on the throne. It'll be fantastic. Considering what happened last time you came to AdMag, one unconscious dude ain't that bad. That's true, but they also have way less guys, and they're way weaker than they were when we fought them last time. Way weaker than the last time we fought them. All right, 2 New Crawlia. We're going to take them down. Take them down. Take them down. I also have it set up, I believe, so that way Templars should start spawning in this desert as well once we take it. Once Flying Bull set, so we should have Templar loyalists. It'll be good. It'll be good. No, I know. You're talking about the Horus Heresy. I'm not super familiar with 40k lore, but I know about the Horus Heresy. I know that much. I know that the Horus Heresy and the like all of that stuff is used. Is part of the reason why they're able to pull out new chapters left and right, because the idea was that there was a ton of the Horus Heresy to prevent the Horus Heresy. If I recall correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong because I might be wrong. They limited the number of like Astartes and super soldiers that could be in each of the chapters. And so instead of having one chapter that could amass a bunch of power, they made a ton of chapters. And because there's a ton of chapters that, some that could be lost and separated and all other crap. And that's why, they can pump out new chapters for them all the time. I know enough, a little bit about 40k through playing Space Marine and through my conversations with friends that do enjoy Warhammer, but I know more about the fantasy universe than Warhammer 40k. You can have an entire chapter just as maid suits and call them the cleaners. It's true. That's how they do it. Every chapter is technically canon because they were a lost chapter that was separated out, in the chapters of 1,000 Marines. Yeah. All that good stuff. Limiting power so that nobody could amass an army or too much control in the event there was any kind of possession or heresy or anything along those lines. Yeah. A little bit. Can the next Greenlander you recruit become Santa Claus? Make him look like Santa Claus too. Have him say crazy one-liners like ho ho ho, merry beat down filthy hivers. Ha ha ha. Good job, Hero. That is exactly right. The Codex Astartes does exactly that. Indeed, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. See, I'm learning. I'm learning. All right, I'm going to assume he's here. I'm going to assume that Bull is here. He's here, picking his moment. Holy Nation Sons or Preacher Cult Daughter. Holy Nation Son or Preacher Cult Daughter. Preacher Cult Daughter. Hands down. Preacher Cult Daughter. 40k is a huge universe with tons to learn. Yeah, it's again, I don't know. 40k is I think it's cool. It's just never been like the thing that really gets me going. I've always been a bigger fan of the fantasy universe. It just tends to be my trope. There's sci-fi. It's very specific types of sci-fi that I'm like, yeah, that's the shit, right? Like I'm huge into Star Wars. Star Wars lore and all that stuff. 40K has just never been one that I've been like, yeah! I like it. I like it. It's just not been it's never been the one that's really had me super stoked. Really got me super stoked, you know? But I know the bare minimum. I know the bare minimum. All right, we're gonna run on in. See if he's here. We're gonna draw them into us. Draw them over here. See what we can do. Adding materials. Okay. Oh, okay. They're making new farms back at the base. Who has read Starship Troopers? I have not read Starship Troopers. No. I got a library of Star Wars in my brain. Me too. Star Wars. I know all of like the randomest facets of lore and universes, right? Like I know Star Wars lore, Fable lore. I used to be really good at Dragon Age lore. I'm still pretty good at it, but not nearly as much as I used to be. Lord of the Rings, you know, fucking Kenshi, stuff like that. So it's a mix of genres, but I tend to lean more towards fantasy. Although I am still currently in the running for the Total Warhammer 40K beta, so we'll see how that goes. If I get in, I might be able to get some content out for you guys. That'll be fun. I hope I get it, because I am really excited about the game, in spite of the fact that I was kind of hoping for... Total War Star Wars, but, you know, is what it is. Favorite and least favorite Star Wars movies, sequels not included. Favorite, Revenge of the Sith, easy. Love some Revenge of the Sith. Least favorite, kind of a hot take. I'm not a huge fan of Empire Strikes Back. Not a huge fan. I'm not as crazy about it. Not as crazy about it. No. Warhammer 40K looks Total Warhammer 40K looks good. It looks really good. I'm excited about it. We hold out hope for Total War Star Wars. Maybe it's 40K, but it does really. Listen, I think it'd be so fucking cool. I was really hoping for it. I knew we probably weren't going to get it. They already had the creative license with Creative Assembly and all of them. But I was like Creative Assembly already had the license agreement with them because of Warhammer Fantasy. So I'm not shocked by it. There he is, the bastard. I'm not shocked by it, but I was hoping. Okay, we're going to draw attention. Get him out here. The Battle of New Crawlia has begun. Men, hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. Have you tried the Star Wars Kenshi mod? Not only have I tried it, I have an entire playthrough on it that I did where the VODs are still available on YouTube called, The Sith Reborn. It was the Rise of Darth Beepus. The Rise of Darth Beepus. I was expecting Attack of the Clones. I liked Attack of the Clones. I didn't mind Attack of the Clones. I think it's, I think of the prequel trilogy, it's definitely the weaker of the three, but I liked it. Flying Bull's getting jumped indeed. We're about to march on his ass. Get over here. Oh, he's down. Fantastic. Flying Bull, you self-referential little bitch. Gifted to Shagger's most loyal, invincible warrior, Ida the Flying Bull. For him I fight 1,000 men. For him I die 1,000 deaths. He's a fanboy. I actually, to be honest, I think that him and Shagger might have been lovers, but, that's fine. Darth Maul's definitely my favorite. Maul's a badass. Sam Witwer is one of my favorite human beings to ever exist. I absolutely love Sam Witwer. Love him. I should do a Cthulhu again, but build a hive empire. I'm actually going to be doing after Cannibal. The next playthrough I'm doing is Cannibal Samurai, and after Cannibal Samurai, I'm doing a Jedi run, I'm doing a Jedi run. So it'll be good. It'll be good. All right, so Flying Bull is down. We're gonna give him an opportunity to recover as we take out some of his lads and search some of his shit. We gotta make sure we're searching him up. Everybody eat your bread. Everybody eat your bread. Gotta get your loaves in. Gotta get your loaves. Make sure all of our boys are eating. Yeah. We were starting to see the effects of hunger set in. All right, let's get in here and start searching up some of these things. Me realizing that I can stream KOTOR games instead of waiting for the remakes. Ah, dude, Knights of the Old Republic is so fucking good. We love Knights of the Old Republic. So good. One of the first games I ever actually beat, like RPGs I ever beat. Fable and Knights of the Old Republic, I think, were the first 2 RPGs I ever beat. I was like 8 years old. Oh, man. Blast from the past for me. So good. So good. I'm actually, despite being hesitant naturally, I am quite hype for the new Fable. They started dropping through some creators that I watch, the lore Bible, little tidbits, little sections of the lore Bible for the new Fable reboot. And I'm actually quite excited. I'm actually quite excited. Are you going to play Zero Company? I am, because I like XCOM, and it looks halfway decent. I'm going into it again with low expectations, but, you know, it's there. Have you ever tried the Genesis Overhaul mod? I used to play with Genesis. If you look at a lot of my early lore videos, right, like my Origins of the Hybrid video, Origins of the Shack, I was actually using Genesis in that. I liked Genesis back in the day, but I found that as it's continued to develop, there's been a lot of bugs that were introduced that were never fixed. And also it became less and less, I don't know, like grounded, and just became like, he just started adding random crap that I think didn't really add to the game at all, and didn't really fix. Like, for instance, in Genesis, long-standing issue was that Tengu's palace was inaccessible because there's just walls and shit in front of it. Bugs were introduced that were never fixed. Areas of the map, like building changes, with like buildings were put in front of other buildings. Walls were never fixed. Layouts were not fixed. And I just found that like it was just adding. It stopped feeling like Kenshi. It stopped feeling like Kenshi. So while I used to use Genesis and I liked it a while back, I don't use it anymore because I feel like it's just not Kenshi anymore. It's just not even Kenshi anymore. It's not even real anymore. Yeah, not even Kenshi anymore. So I stopped using it. Come on, give me the damn thing. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Genesis anymore, though. I don't usually recommend it to people. I think it used to be good, just not anymore. Main reason I don't run many mods in general. Yeah, I like sticking to a vanilla plus mindset when it comes to my mod lists and stuff. I try to keep things that still maintain like a bit of the vanilla feel, vanilla vibe, you know? All right. Well, not much stuff here in terms of that leg. Listen, we can't use that leg. It's too sophisticated. Too sophisticated. We have limitations in place. We can only use economy limbs. How do you make a hold on? What did that say? How do you make a Templar loyalist? Hold on. How do you make the Templar loyalist mod? Do you have a guide you follow, or if so, could you tell me? Oh, I just I literally just made copies of the Holy Nation patrols. And then you go inside the copy of the patrol, right-click on the patrols in the FCS, and hit replace with a duplicate or replace with a copy, and then switch out the gear for that you want them for, and then place those squads in the roaming factions around places. It's not difficult at all. It really isn't that difficult at all. Flipping items for storage. Hold on, we gotta finish. Where's Bull at? Is he still unconscious? Did he get back up and we knocked him back out again? I hope so. Flying Bull, he's wounded. Well, that's unacceptable. We can't have him wounded. We need him to be a corpse. Put him down. Okay, now he's feeling the pain. He's feeling the pain. Yeah, chest negative 95 and getting worse. That man's gonna bleed out soon. Very good. Very good. We can take this opportunity, too, to have a couple of our guys run inside and rest up. Get some CP time. CP time. He doesn't even deserve to die of, he doesn't deserve to die at the, like, he's not good enough to be burned at the stake. I think we're just gonna let him bleed out in the dirt like a weakling. Like a bitch, because that's what he is. He's a little bitch. Hate Flying Bull. I thought you made a whole faction that has a world state event for that faction. I did make a faction. I made a faction, and then inside that faction, I made copies of the Holy Nation patrols, and then I made them roaming squads in Holy Nation territory to simulate the Civil War. So that's all. And I did tie them to world states, but the world states are direct copies of the Holy Nation's world states. So, like, you know, as the world state changes in the Holy Nation, the world state for my faction that I created changes as well. Feed him to the beakers. He ain't going to make it. He ain't going to make it to the beakers. He's bleeding out rapidly. He's getting worse rapidly. That's going to get worse. He's going to die at like 100, negative 125. That man is not going to live long. He's not long for this world. Are these Traitors Guild? Yeah, fuck those guys. Take them down too. He's not long for this world. Nice. Kill them all. Kill them all. Going quite well. Going quite well. Kill these guys too. I'm gonna take all of you off hold. Everybody run to it. Start killing them. We will not be. We will not deal with these inferiors. Yeah, just curb stomp him. I need to see if the execution mod is working. Yeah, I had the execute down mod. It doesn't work. Never mind. Okay, I've. A question asked and answered. It was really buggy last time I looked at it. It was really buggy. Heard a lot of people that were quite upset about it because it's such a cool idea. Yeah. Because any victory for the Holy Nation is basically victory for you, it would also be cool if you changed the Holy Nation's falling world state to have your faction take over instead of other factions. Actually, that's something I was going to do before tomorrow. I'm thinking about using Conquest to help do it. But I think I'm going to try and set up some world states where the Templar loyalists take over in the event that, like the Phoenix falls, like the hub falls to Templar loyalists and stuff like that. So have them walk around in their glorious uniforms. Be a good time. Be a good time. Do you have the shoulder combat manual combat? It's cool. I do not. I actually I was thinking about making a video coming up about like how to overhaul your Kenshi into like a third-person RPG. Making like a full collective mod list and then making a video on it. Converting Kenshi into a third-person RPG. Could be fun. Could be fun. Could be fun. Pretty nearby. Okay, we'll take you. Fantastic. Koi. You get over here as well. Stunning. You have one. Ramello, you get over here. Them Garo do be loaded. Yeah, this is partly why I took out the Traders Guild Envoy here, because it's there. The only pain is that every time you press V on anything, it will activate and no keybinds yet. Interesting. 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 Gotta go get on the road. Might be back before the end of the stream. If not, have a good one. See you later, Eric. Much appreciated. Thank you for popping in. Fun as always. I need a good mod pack. There's too many that add too much wacky stuff. I want lore-friendly mods. Go to Steam Workshop. Go to collections and type in my name, all one word, Hero in his head, and you'll see all of my collections pop up. I have a collection called the Vanilla Plus mod collection. Would recommend. Probably my favorite one that I've ever made. Vanilla Plus. Would recommend. Hero, I don't think you didn't read, but if you need an execution mod, use Loot Scoot Execute. That's a Kenshi one that works. I did not read that, and good to know. I must have missed that. I see up top where you said it now. Yeah, I do see it. That's good to know. I'll have to look that one up. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Chat moves quick for me sometimes. The faster chat moves, the harder it is for me to keep track of what everybody's saying. I just got the game 3 weeks ago, and it's consumed my life. Story of us all. It's literally my job. It consumes my everyday. I put like 70 hours a week into Kenshi. I've been watching your stuff this past week and learning a lot. I'm glad. That's the whole reason I do this. Fun question. You and Pato have gone over animals and biomes and whatnot. Do you think Kenshi 2... do you think you think will be in Kenshi 2 on your podcast? Are there any factions you'd like to see? That is a tough question. We talked a little bit about that during the biomes episode. My Cannibal Samurai faction is one that I hope to see. That'd be really fucking cool. I mean, there's a lot. We talked about it quite a bit at the quite a bit on that biomes podcast, actually, about factions we'd like to see, because we talked about the biomes, and then we were talking about factions that would inhabit those biomes. So there was a lot there. And one tends to ignore people that died. We all do that. I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not. I'm sorry. It wasn't me. I'm sorry. Sorry. Flying Bull is almost dead. How are we doing in terms of health? I think we're all looking pretty decent in the grand scheme of things, but we'll have one or two of our guys go rest. Go CP time. I think Santos. Yeah, Santos is still being carried to fix that shit. You should install the converter mod. The converter mod? What is the convert? Oh, Hive converter mod. What's the Hive converter mod? What's the number one thing you want to see in Kenshi 2 and the number one thing that you don't want to see in Kenshi 2? The number one thing I want to see in Kenshi 2 is I want to see more interactivity with things like economics. I think more than anything else, I want the economic system to be overhauled. That's the big one. I want the economic system to be overhauled. Aside from that, more in-depth AI. Like for the not in the sentient sand sense, but like in the idea of like being able to position someone as a merchant, and then they'll go off and their AI will have them wander around as a merchant and go to cities and like sell stuff in their inventory and then come back, like set up trade paths, right? Like, hey, your job is to come here, collect everything that I put into this chest, and then go to the nearby city and sell it. That's your job. So stuff like that. That'd be really, really cool. In terms of things I don't want to see, what do I not want to see in Kenshi? I don't want to see a more in-depth like need system, like thirst and stuff like that. I don't want to see it. I think it's too much. It's too much. It becomes too micromanagey. It turns Kenshi into, from what it is now, into just managing bars. And like Kenshi does have a degree of managing bars, but like I don't want it to be overwhelming in the sense that like, oh well, now I can't travel because I need to have food. I need to have food and water, and I have to watch out for disease, and I have to watch out for all this stuff. Like it becomes a bit tedium in that regard. Like you want challenge, but you don't want micromanaging to that degree. It becomes difficult. I think we should leave that to the modders to add in, rather than making it a default feature. So that's kind of where I'm at. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't want to see thirst and stuff. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Is there a chance we'd see other genetically modified humans like Shek or Hivers in Kenshi 2 that died off or are hidden in Kenshi 1? Maybe. I don't know. Lo-Fi doesn't tell me that stuff. They don't tell me those things. Maybe. It'd be cool. Certainly would be cool. Well, dead yet? Is he dead yet? He's in critical condition. He's bleeding out. I wouldn't mind having it, but maybe disabled by default. But would be preferable to put the AI in faction, put into the AI in factions and the interactions between other merchants. Yeah, I think that adding more interactions in the world should take precedence over adding more mechanics that kind of add to the tedium, right? Like, I think that there are some things that we could add in, like based on the Meet the Makers video, it looks like there might be, like you might have to connect wires to generators for power, so the power isn't just like wireless anymore. It's not just there. You may have to connect things to generators, and I think that wiring is cool because it means you have to more strategically place your power grid and stuff. I think that's cool, and I'm fine with that. But like, I think that there are some things that would just be too tedious. It'd be too annoying. Thirst mechanics are one of those things, you know. Thirst mechanics are one of those things. All right, so Bull's going to bleed out here momentarily, and then that's taken care of. We can leave. And we're going to, instead of going straight back to the base, we're going to go up to Stack, and we're going to go have a word with Seta. We're going to go have a word with Seta. I definitely want better AI, being able to set up whole trades, no doubt more dialogue, especially Radiant dialogue. Just a lot of stuff, I think there's a lot of room for improvement with that kind of stuff. Definitely having some AI like X4 Foundations where you could set up merchant caravans or miners with far less micromanagement. Yeah, I think that revamping the job system a little bit, adding better AI, and sandboxing. Oh, fuck, dude, I want sandboxing so bad, right? Sandboxing would be so good. Right now, we're limited in terms of sandboxing to if they don't have a job, they find a place to sit. I want them to, like, go up to each other and maybe, like, chat and talk. Maybe, like, working hours, right? Like, you can set working hours where, like, you'll only produce between this time of day, and then they go into, like, free roam, right? And they start sandboxing maybe from, like, I don't know, 11 to, like, 3 a.m., right? Or 11 to noon or whatever it is. And I'd like them to, if they go and sit down in the bar, I want them to pick up, you know, cups and drink and maybe talk. They don't actually have to, like, have dialogue on screen, but just, like, walk up near each other and just be, like, show like the hand movements as if they're talking to each other, right? Like little things like that would be really fucking cool. Just better sandboxing, right? If they're smithing, maybe instead of just hitting the hammer, maybe they like go over, they hit the hammer, they quench the blade, they stick, you know, the stuff in the furnace. Like there's the animations are better, the sandboxing is better. Like just make everything look more together, right? Like better animations for crafting. Right? If they're at the electrical workstation, they're sitting there soldering and they're wiping sweat off their brow and they have their helmet and stuff, right? If they're at the forge, they're quenching their blades, they're hammering them on the anvil, they're sticking them in the forge. If they're working, you know, on leather crafting, they're sitting there stitching, they'll put it down on the table. Like make the animations look better. If they're sitting at a bar, they start drinking their food, they start drinking their, you know, that stuff. Maybe someone's behind the counter wiping the bar down if you're stationed to a shop counter. Like little things to make the world feel more alive and lived in. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. I want the world to feel like someone actually is living there, right? Instead of just like, oh, we don't have a job, we're gonna go sit down at the nearest spot to sit. You know? So little stuff like that. Little stuff like that. Where's Santos at? There he is. Okay, well, we're fine with that. Help, please. What do you need help with? You gotta tell me what you need before I can help you. I can't. You gotta say the words. You can't just scream help. I don't know. Hey, bro. Good evening. First time watching the stream. Love the VODs. Much appreciated. Happy to have you here. What mod do you use for more squad members? I use the 256 squad size. Also, I think it may be baked into Kenshi ? I don't know, but I used the 256 squad. So. Little stuff like that makes a huge difference. I agree. I think it makes a huge difference. Big stuff. Like it makes the world feel alive. Makes the world feel alive. It's good. Along those lines, I'd love to see drinks being actually served and brought to tables. Yeah, again, just like sandboxing, man. General sandboxing to make the world feel more alive. Make the world feel more alive. Like people actually fucking live there. Bull's about to die. And then we can get out of here. It's going to be so cool seeing the world in the Second Empire, seeing things be so much more advanced. Well, only a little bit more advanced, right? Like, it's not going to be a lot more. You mean the squad size because you don't have 20 Templars. I mean, the squad size I'm pretty sure is from Kenshi, like the ability to have 200. You can have, like, the full faction in one squad if you want to. Yeah, it's from Kenshi. In terms of advancement, it's not going to be so much more advanced. It's going to be advanced compared to Kenshi, but not by a ton. This is straight from the mouth of Chris himself. It's elevated, but it's not going to be like crazy technologically advanced. It's just elevated, but only slightly, not by a ton, not by a ton. You dead yet? Why you no dead? Why is Bull no dead yet? There we go. Okay, Bull's dead. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. We're back. We're back, baby. We're so back. We've never been this back before. Except all of the times we've been back. Big ups, fam. My guy, I need you to go pick up Cassius. My boy is stuck. There we go. There we go. I thought it might be cool to have people turn up at your city wanting to purchase a building when you open a shop. Yeah, that's the other thing. I hope that we could have like NPCs inhabit our cities and like actually live in the cities and stuff like that, and like buy buildings. Like you could, because we know that there's a system in place where you can divide sections or quadrants into in your base, right? They've shown videos of that. I'll pull it up right now because like they've shown videos of it. Where you can divide up your base into sections. I gotta search lo-fi games, not just lo-fi. Silly me. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Where was it? They showed it a while back. Grid snapping. District divider. There it is. Right. So they showed this, right, where you can take your city, this is a town, and you can divide it. And you notice, let me zoom in on this. I'm gonna make this bigger. Okay. You notice that they're dividing it by economic class. And I find that fucking fascinating. But also think about what else you could divide it over, right? They're dividing by economic class. So like here they have poor, they have rich, they have rich. If you continue through, you can divide off little sections and stuff like that. But think about what else we could do. Right? Imagine if you could say, this area here is where my faction lives, and I'm going to give this area here to, like, Shinobi Thieves. I'm going to give that to the Shinobi Thieves, and they can live there. But if they live there, maybe they pay you, like, rent. Like, maybe they pay you to own those buildings or live in those buildings. Like, it's really cool. The potential from this system alone is crazy. Is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Additionally, there's other systems in place that they're looking at that I'm really excited about. This is from pre-alpha stuff, but like grid snapping, right, for the furniture. Firstly, the interiors just look really good. This one, collision, right? Alignment and collision. Very stoked about this. Hold on. Look at this. You can just right up against the wall. It's got collision, all of that stuff. This is pre-alpha. Right? This is really early in development stuff. But grid snapping, you can turn it on and off, so you have free roam, and then you also have grid snapping. But look at these interiors. Firstly, they look way more spacious. And because there's grid snapping, that means the collision boxes are going to be a lot tighter, a lot better, more shaped to the building, which means you're not going to have to leave a fucking gap this big between your forge and your chairs and all that crap and the wall, which is something that drives me absolutely insane. I hate when when I can't place my stuff right up against the wall and I've got to leave a gap between my forge and my stuff. Like, it drives me up the wall. So grid snapping, there's some other stuff. And then in addition to grid snapping, they also have the alignment mode where you can actually you can lock on to an existing object, right? And it will, look at this. You can align it with the objects. So you've got the grid snapping, and then you can align it to the objects. That way they fit in position with the objects. So even if an object is placed diagonally, you can make sure that it's lined up properly. That's fucking huge too. That's crazy. So really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. And that's all pre-alpha. That's from years ago. Like years ago. I can only imagine what they've got going on now. Really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Okay, so now we've done that. Now we need to head back up, and we're gonna go to we're gonna head up to Stack. We're gonna head on up to Stack. Let's go, boys! Grid snapping will be a godsend for me. Yeah, dude, grid snapping is gonna be huge. Grid snapping is gonna be huge. Ooh, Shek are still alive. Shek Kingdom, anyway. Yeah, there's a couple random, like Shek Kingdom folks here, because, what is it? They're still at last stand, but there's nobody actually running the Shek. They're gone. They gonzo. Yeah, so all that's years ago, though, so I'm excited to see how things have progressed even more since then. I'm excited to see how things have progressed even more since then. I'm really just holding out so much hope that we get Kenshi 2 within the next year or two. I think within the next, 2 years is a fair assessment of when we might get it. I think that's a fair time frame. I think next year, possibly the year after, almost definitely, I don't know. Thoughts on multiplayer elements? I thought it might be cool to have 4-player co-op. I find it unlikely they're going to include it. I think the mod, because it's Unreal 4 though, Unreal 5, the modding community will be able to get it in a much faster time frame than they could with Ogre engine. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think we'll get it eventually. We got it in Kenshi 1 in an engine that definitely wasn't ready for it. We'll most certainly be able to get it in Kenshi 2. The modders will get there eventually, and Unreal 5 gives will have much more potential. So there's a good example of absolute freedom not being precisely the best option. I certainly welcome having grids and snapping be options to toggle. Yeah. I like grids, snapping, alignment, all that stuff to be optional. I love it. I hate when I'm confined to the grid because then your base becomes more difficult to set up. But having it as an option is fire. What a fucking decision. What a fucking decision. What a great decision. Kenshi Online win. One day, folks. Don't you worry. It'll happen. It'll happen. Trust the community. It'll happen. I think it'll happen with Kenshi 2, not with 1, though. Oh, Kenshi's crashing. Interesting. Game successfully saved. It will now crash. Don't send. Okay, well, we crashed. That's fun. We haven't crashed in a while, though, so that's fair. When in Kenshi. That's Kenshi for you, folks. Sometimes you crash. What was that? That's Rekenshi. Rekenshi tells you when you're about to crash, and it gives you an emergency save to prevent you from losing progress. It's great. It's been a bit since it crashed. We haven't crashed in several episodes. Several. It's great. Space Trump. Fan-fucking-tastic. That's fantastic. Much more stable than the Exile streams. Oh my god, I was having so many issues with the Exile streams, let me tell you. Kenshi MMO, is that a viable dream? I don't think with Kenshi 1, with Kenshi 2 it might be. With Kenshi 2 it might be. I don't think with Kenshi 1 it will be. I think Kenshi 1, the best we can hope for is co-op, maybe up to 4 players. Maybe 4 players at most. At most 4 players. But I think that I think more than 4 is not gonna happen, to be honest with you. I think those who try to sell you more than 4 are probably just trying to sell you something, if you catch my drift. Like it's a pipe dream. I don't think more than 4 is gonna happen. It's a lot of data to keep in for a game that can have some stability issues. Really hard to synchronize that many people and keep things stable. Maybe if it's server based, but even still, I don't know. That's a tough sell. That's a real tough sell. All right. With Krell's Chosen dead, that shouldn't be a problem anymore. We're gonna continue our journey up towards stack. Yeah. Yeah, I think at most 4. I think more than that's going to be tough. A combination of Conan Exiles with Kenshi would be absurdly epic, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. Listen, I think that having multiplayer Kenshi servers would be really cool, but I think it's not going to happen, at least not on Kenshi 1. Now, the good news, right, and here's the fun one. Stack is currently Holy Nation, right? You took Bad Teeth. I took Bad Teeth. Bad Teeth fell to the Krell's Chosen, but now Bull's dead, so I'm pretty sure it's the Holy Nation Outlaws. So the cool thing about Kenshi 1 versus Kenshi 2 in regards to like setting up multiplayer servers, if they're able to figure out how to set up multiplayer servers, and by they I mean the modding community, because I don't foresee Lo-Fi doing this. If they're able to set up multiplayer servers in Kenshi 2, right? If the community manages to figure it out, then Kenshi 1 will inevitably get multiplayer servers, because the plan, unless it's changed, but as far as I know internally it has not over at Lo-Fi, I think this is still the plan, was make Kenshi 2, support Kenshi 2 for a while, and then after that remake Kenshi 1 in Unreal 5. Is the plan. Like, they're going to do a Kenshi remaster in Unreal 5 with the updated engine. So realistically speaking, if we get multiplayer servers in Kenshi 2 or someone figures it out, we will get them for Kenshi 1, but it'll be on Kenshi remaster. It'll be on the updated remastered Unreal 5 version of Kenshi. So something to look forward to, I suppose. Something to look forward to. Is Space Trump heroin in her head's favorite viewer? Fun fact. I think the only person that's noticed it yet so far has been saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it out. I'm sorry. She might get mad at me for saying it. I'm gonna tell everybody. My wife has actually been. I'm not. You know what? Actually, we're gonna leave it as a mystery. I'm gonna tell you guys that it's happening, but we're gonna leave it as a mystery. There is a viewer in chat that is my wife, and she has commented a few times. She is lurking, and she's here. She's spoken a few times. She's here. But we're not going to say who. We already know. Do you? The only person I've seen actually actively call it out has been Sand, which is funny. I think that one multiplayer mod supports four-player co-op seems sketchy. It is sketchy and it's not there. Don't do it. It's the 404 Studios one. Don't fucking touch it. The only multiplayer mod that has been proven to even work at all is the one by Naharl. The Kenshi co-op one by Naharl. The multiplayer mod one by 404 Studios promises, it says it's like 16 players and it's server based and all this other crap, and I've never seen a single person get it to work. Not a single person. As far as I can tell, it's a scam, and it's probably fucking malware. Don't trust it. Don't touch it. It's not real. It requires you to like port forward and like mess with your computer configurations and open up your ports and all this other crap. Don't fucking touch it. Don't touch it. Do you have a mod tool that load order and checks for conflicts? If not, I can suggest one. I don't use one. I use my own load order. I make my own load order. However, someone sent me one the other day on Reddit, I believe, and I meant to respond. I've been so damn busy. I also get a lot of messages on Reddit. I get like messaged a lot on Reddit and on Discord. Like I get a disturbing amount of message requests, but I have my DMs unlocked because I get so many. So, is Pork your wife? Pork is not my wife. No. That's the fun, guys. It's the fun. Figure out which one is in fact my wife, because she's here. She's a lurkin'. She's here. Perhaps put the correct one in Twitch or something. If you can, put the correct one in Twitch or something. Yeah. Sayin, can you do me a favor and send the link for the Naharl's Kenshi co-op mod in Twitch and on YouTube? Send that on both of them. Can you do that for me? Because I don't want people hitting the getting the 404 Studios one. That one's bullshit, and I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. That'd be great. The GitHub link, my guy. I appreciate you as always. Either Saiyan or Logic, either of you guys are able to do it. I'll grab it from the Kenshi video. Yeah. Either or. Oop. We're being assaulted. Who are we being attacked by? Shek Rogues. Kanari. Did Kanari lose a weapon? Kanari lost a weapon. I have to fix that shit. Pick up one of these. After we beat the shit out of these Shek warriors. Wow, Kale just coming in hot over here. My God. Any idea what happened to humanity in the wider galaxy? Why did they originally come to the moon? Why did they stop coming? Or is it all just up in the air? We have theories, but it's all up in the air. I think they were a seed colony, and I think they may still be out there, to be honest with you, but I think communication was not the purpose of Kenshi. I think they were a seed colony designed to spread human influence throughout the stars. And I think that they weren't, like, the intention wasn't for them to, like, interact with the greater empire. I think the intention was to spread human influence out there without, I don't think the colony was supposed to be interactive between each other. It's not like a massive space empire where they're traveling, to and fro. I don't think that was ever the point. Kale serving people their veggies forcefully. Indeed. Oh, man. Yeah, couple theories on that. So Naharls, yes, good old Naharl. There we go. Thank you, thank you. Those are the legitimate ones. That's the only one that I can confirm 100% works. I will tell you guys when you're down. It's NHORAL. When you guys are downloading it, and I'm warning you ahead of time, it may flag it as being a Trojan. It is not. I have confirmed myself, and I've had other people confirm it for me as well. People who are far more tech savvy than even I confirm that it is not, in fact, a Trojan or anything like that. It is a false flag. A lot of files that you download from GitHub are false. They get false flagged. It is not a false flag. I mean, it is a false flag. It is not real. It is 100% a Trojan horse. It's not. It's not. It's a false flag. It's a false flag. Gotta bounce. Thanks for the links. And good to be on stream. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good one. Have a good one. Yeah, a lot of GitHub files will false flag as Trojans because of the way they are. It's literally just a .mod file. It's the same type of file that you would download from the Steam Workshop. It's just a .mod file. That's all it is. It's not like anything. It's not like a folder or anything else. It's literally just a .mod file. That's all it is. So, but it requires no port forwarding. It doesn't require any of that stuff. Like none of it. It's just a .mod file, and it uses Steam. You can either go direct link for LAN or it uses your Steam peer-to-peer. So Naharl or Naharl. It's NHORAL. Fantastic. Okay, and continue our journey north. We're going up to Stack. We're going to have a word with Seda. I'm going to try really hard to convince him one final time. Thanks for answering my question. I'm off to bed. I'll drive again. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm happy to answer your questions, and thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my guy. All right, the hope is that we can get to Stack in one piece. My God, we're having to stop every 5 fucking seconds because we're enemies with literally everybody. Can't look at anybody without having violence on the brain, naturally. Got our full force here. Yeah, so the goal is I'm going to try and convince Seda. I'm going to go in and we're going to try and convince Seda. Granted, we're going to have to fight our way in, but I'm hoping that once we're in there, we can make him see reason. We can make him see reason. Through conversation. And who knows? Who knows? Because him and Riel, they had a soft spot for each other. Like they were brothers in arms. They fought in Adbag together. Seda went against the Phoenix's orders to leave Riel and mounted a rescue on him. He's the one that provided the army that went there with Saiyan to rescue Riel. Like, he broke the Phoenix's words there, so he'll accept your pacifist methods by force. Indeed, indeed. He will accept our pacifism, our rigid pacifism. And if he doesn't, then we'll force him to accept it with violence. Riel and Seda have a secret bromance. Hey, asked to join. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm hoping that maybe he'll do it. When we turned against the Phoenix, we offered him a spot with us, and he said no. But then the miracle during the Battle of the Four Armies happened, and I wonder if that potentially changed his mind. I wonder if he's seen reason, or if he might be more susceptible to reason, especially since the Civil War is now in full swing, right? Like, that's part of the world state now is the Civil War, you know? So I'm wondering if maybe things have changed, if maybe things have changed for him. Maybe he'll be more susceptible to our discussions. Granted, again, we're going to have to kind of slaughter our way in there, but that's fine. I do wonder how we're going to fare against the whole of Stack with our forces, but, you know, we'll get there. We'll see how we're going with that. All right. I think you guys will be fine. They all have really good stats. We're going to turn you guys off of passive. You guys are capable of fighting. That's fine. You guys are capable of fighting. They all have decent stats. Triangle Bandits are going to get absolutely wrecked even if they try to come in. So that's if they make it in. There's also roaming squads of Templar loyalists that are going around that area too. So quite possible they don't even make it. Quite possible they don't even make it. Alrighty. We're almost a stack. Almost there, boys. Almost there. They say the sands of the west of the Holy Nation are stained... God damn it. They say the sands west of the Holy Nation are stained with the blood of paladins, wiped out by a silent force, leaves them all in the dirt. Oh, they're just getting beat up by, like, bandits and stuff is what it is. That's so funny. Hold on, you see this? This is so good. Santos, good old Santos. Okay, all right, hold on. Let's read this description. I must have missed this. Saw the Krull's chosen banners burning on the way here. Their so-called king didn't last long. Nothing's new. The joke is we killed him, of course. The desert chews up fanatics and spits out bones, saves us the trouble. We're the ones that killed him. Not totally accurate, but that's fine. Those ruins hold... Yeah. Any king's banner, we should be looking for there, not pirate. It's so funny. Yeah, so it's funny that they're like, yeah, their flying bull didn't fucking last very long. So good. So good. So good. Bull's dead. Evil will be excited. It's good. Very good. All right. Yeah, I have no worries about the scribes being able to take out some fucking triangle bandits. They'll be fine. They will be fine. Again, I really hope Seda sees reason. I don't know why I'm really attached to this idea, but I really hope Seda sees reason. We managed to convince Saram. He was an Inquisitor, right? He wasn't a High Inquisitor, but he was Inquisitor. And we managed to convince him to see reason. And I'm really hoping that we can convince Seda. Seda's a High Inquisitor, though, so it's a little bit different in the sense that, like, he is... he's a cut above the rest, right? Like, he's... The only person who outranked him was the Phoenix and Riel. And that was, obviously before Riel was branded a heretic at the end of Season 1. But convincing him is going to be tough because of his rank. He's really embedded in the Holy Nation's hierarchy. So if we can convince him, that'd be a huge win. Valtina, I've never even talked to Valtina. I don't know how he views Riel. Probably not fucking well, to be honest with you. Probably not well. Probably not well. Good. Surely he would see death of the Phoenix at your hands as the will of Okrin. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. You answered what I was going to ask. Just mentioned Valtina. Yeah. I don't know how Valtina's going to ask. We've never interacted with him. And again, my original, the story I wrote in the factions, I mentioned Valtina and Seta by name and said that they weren't the hugest fans of Riel. But I think that Seta and Riel developed a relationship over the course of the Battle of Admag. And then the subsequent battle when during Asada's revenge, when she came in with, all of the 5 Invincibles and her whole army to try and get revenge for us killing Seto and Bayan. So I think that that developed the relationship between Riel and Seda. But Valtina we've never interacted with. So 10-1, he probably still dislikes Riel. He probably thinks Riel's a douche. He's probably giddy as hell that Riel was branded a heretic, to be honest with you. Probably giddy as hell about it. Everybody follow Riel. Riel, you're marching. Riel's marching for style points. We got to march for style points for a minute. Absolutely magnificent. Look at him. Look at it. Look at his army. It's magnificent. Beautiful. We are the Templars, even with the stutter. Fuck me. Goddamn, it's really bad. Sometimes I miss the noise of a proper town. The silence here lets your own thoughts get too loud. God damn, I cannot read today. Clearly. I've gone full yumpy. I can't read. Random eye satellite vaporizes half of them. Wouldn't that be some shit? All right, take him down, boys. Take him down. We're going in. We're going in. We're going to take them down. I didn't know the environment here was good for aura farming. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They farm not just wheat straw, but aura. Nothing but aura. Sigismund's going to absolutely be crushing these fools. Oh my god, devastating. How much damage did he do with that? Beautiful. Beautiful. Good stuff. Alright, so Riel needs to head up into the faction HQ. We need to go have a word with Seda. Is that him? Is that Seda? No. We need to go have a word with our High Inquisitor here. Actually, I think before we do that, we should take out some of the forces out here. Really get the fight rolling. Really get the fight rolling. Let some of the forces out here deal with that. Siege the city. Get the battle happening and proper. Kill these fools. Cut them down. Cut them all down. Kills them all. Nice. Withdraw. We've lost them. Yeah, I'd say you've lost. I'd say you've lost. It's good. Finally caught alive! I've been getting shown a bunch of your shorts, and it's actually got me back into Kenshi. Love to see it, man. Hell yeah, I'm glad to have you here, and I am glad that, my shorts have managed to get you back into Kenshi. That's what I love to hear. It's a great game. Obviously, I'm a big fan. Obviously, I am a big fan. Where are you at, Seda? Alright, so the siege is in full effect. We're coming up here. We're going to have a conversation. Have a conversation with our boy. There he is. High Inquisitor Seda. Still shredded, as he was. His goal right now, he's reigning. He's reigning. Okay, question entirely unrelated to anything. Do any of you have your computers bricked from playing Kenshi while YouTube is open? No. No. Nope. Can't say I've ever had that happen. Nope. Nope. He's so mad he doesn't even want to face you. Yeah, he's probably pretty pissed. He's probably pretty pissed about what we're doing here, but, you know, it is what it is. We're going to back up. I want to try to lure some of his forces out of the building. Or, oh, apparently we're luring him out of the building. All right, well. Seda, fight me! All right. Combat has begun. All right, we're gonna do our opening line to him. Seda, implore you to see reason. You don't have to fight. We're gonna do a little bit of a conversation. Time to watch sentient sands shine. Yeah, we're gonna have our conversation mid-battle. Mid-battle. A little bit of pauses here and there. Nice. Good, the alarm's been raised. Of course it has. We don't have to do this, Seda. You march into my city with armed heretics and declare yourself the true flame. Reason fled this place the moment you chose rebellion. I marched here to talk. Your men attacked me when we arrived. Not untrue. I just came back from the Sten, where we finished off the Shek Devil. God damn, I don't know why it's all caps there. We finished off the Shek Devils that you and I fought together. Please, I want conflict between us. Can fix these lands together. Surely you have seen the corruption spreading as I have. The Mato Paladin's Cross. Why he has a Mato? What do you mean? Sato always has a Mato. Sato always has a Mato, doesn't he? Question mark. Pretty sure he does. Sato, Kenshi. Can't remember. Double check. High Inquisitor Sato. Heavy weapons. Paladin's Cross. Does he have Mato Paladin's Cross, or is it just the Phoenix? Hold on. I can't remember. It might be from one of my mods that I have on. It's quite possible. Oh no. 10% chance of masterwork and have a weapon manufactured by the Catan Scrap Master. Never mind, scrap that. It's because of a mod I have on. Because of a mod that I have on. Oh no, I gave him this. Yeah, I let him leave with this. Yeah. No, that's what it was. I gave it to him. I think I actually gave this to him at the end of the episode. I let him walk away with it. Yeah. Okay, you walked into the heart of the Holy Nation and expected a welcome. My duty is to defend this city from all threats, Riel, and you have declared yourself one. Speak your piece quickly, but do not mistake my patience for absolution. The fact that you'd let me speak, let me speak means you have seen it too, brother. The Phoenix. He changed. After we got back from AdMag together, he branded me a heretic for simply asking the question, why? I reacted harsh. I'm gonna have to admit a little bit of defeat there. I reacted harsh. I don't think he is, because listen. The words he says is not that he's loyal to the Phoenix. Okay? He didn't say I'm loyal to the Phoenix. He said that he is here to, like, his job is to defend the city. He's not saying I'm loyal to the Phoenix. He's saying he's loyal to the people. And that's the whole point of this. We're loyal to the people. I think we just need to make him see that our goals align here. And he's willing to let us talk. I reacted harsh. I see that now. But everything that has come after, that has been him, not me. You see it too, yet you still raise a sword against the anointed. The Phoenix's paranoia is a poison, but your defiance is a plague. You ask me to choose between two heresies. I ask you to choose between the people we swore to protect. God damn it. Okay. Protect. And the ones who are killing them. To see our nation rise again. Not submit to the whims of the clergy and Phoenix, who have become corrupt. Okrin agrees. You know that to be true. The miracle at the Battle of the Four Armies proved it. A miracle does not make you right. It makes you dangerous. My duty is to the throne, not the man who stands before it, however blessed he may be. That man would cast you aside just as he did me. He did many others. Is there truth here? Beg you to fight alongside me, not against me. He already cast me aside, Riel. He sees my hesitation, my doubt. He will come for me next. Speak plainly. What is your plan for this broken land? So the Phoenix already told him to fuck off. The Phoenix already sees that he's beginning to face doubts. He's seeing it. He's seeing it. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild that the Phoenix is already, like, starting to show like cracks. There's cracks forming, and that he's already starting to, his paranoia is starting to be directed at Seda. That's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Plan for this broken land. I seek to restore the people to the correct path. Remove the clergy from power and replace them with those anointed by the people. I seek a holy republic. Yes! A holy republic. Seda. Where we can rule for the people, not over them. This is fantastic. I once thought such words were the beginning of wisdom. Now I see that they are the first step to the same cliff we all fall from. You speak of a republic while your men stand ready to cut down any who disagree. What makes your new rule any different from his? Are simply defending the people from his tyranny. His paladins walk the lands. His paladins walk the lands, attack all who they suspect to be corrupt, when it is in fact they who are corrupt. You've seen it too. He needs to be stopped, and the people need to be protected. We only fight because we are attacked first. So you'll fight tyranny by fight a tyrant by becoming one. You'll protect the people by bleeding them for a new crown. I see no path out of the cycle, only a chance which edge cuts deeper. I don't aim to be a tyrant. I aim to remove him and let... God damn it. And let the people decide who their ruler is. Maybe should have come along. I don't think we would have been able to get there if we had done that. I do like the idea that they're like holding swords at the same time. It's great. I'm surprised at the speed of the element at this point. The people, the same people who would sell their neighbors for a loaf of bread. You place the faith in a mob, Rial. That's far weaker foundation than a mad god. I place faith in the people to see corruption and fight. That's how the loyalists came to be. I didn't raise them. I didn't rally them. They fought when the miracle occurred. And the Phoenix attempted to deny it. They saw the truth, and so can you. And where did that truth lead them? To your banner, ready to die for your new order. You have traded one blind obedience for another. Given them a chance. And while that... I've given them a chance, and while that occurred, I still kept my duties to protect us from narco. I finished the Shek. The Shek off, and have preparations to finish the UC and end the Bast conflict. We can end the wars and the killing together as a united nation. You've done more than protect us, Riel. You've already begun to carve a new nation from the bones of the old. Tell me this. If I turn my back on the Phoenix now, what will your Republic ask of me next? Only to help us see a new future. How you do that is up to you, my friend. Please, join me. Join my squad. Come on, let's see. Come on, we've got him. We've got him. Come on. I will not turn my back on my post, but I will not raise my cross against you. Go, Riel. Do not make me regret this mercy. Come on. Come on. No, we're so close. We're so close. We're so close, man. Oh, my God. We're so fucking close. You can use the AI to talk, or it will consider what you say. Hold on. You can use the AI to talk, and it will consider what you've said and how much they know. Yeah, it looks at the lore. It looks at all of your stuff. It looks at all of the conversations you've had, and creates all the stuff. Yeah, you got to use a good model, though. I'd recommend DeepSeek 3.2. That's what I'm using. Okay, we've almost got him. Idleness only aids the enemy. Aids the enemy. You taught me that. I am not saying abandoned your post. I am saying help me protect it against the real threat. Please. Join my squad. Come on. Come on. You asked me to betray my oath while wearing its armor. My men are watching. If I step out the door with you, they will see a traitor, not a savior. See someone taking a chance for a better future. Come on. Then let them see a fool who chose hope over duty. The door is behind you, Commander. Leave me to my ruin. He's admitting this, but he's admitting that he's on the wrong side, but he's so close to not doing it. He's so close to doing it and not doing it. It's a real line here. Do this. Need people like you in the future to help keep us in line. Can keep me in line. Prevent me from becoming the tyrant you fear. Come on. I'm not your brother, Riel. You're a heretic standing in my hall. Leave before my duty outweighs my mercy. I think we've lost him, guys. I thought we were so close, and I think we've lost him. I think he's just lost in his shame. I agree. I agree. Oh, that sucks. Lost. Sorry. You should be. You traded your soul for a flag. Get out. We were so close, guys. We almost had him. We almost had him. But I think that it's done. I think it's done. Damn. Damn. Give me back that Paladin's Cross, then, bitch. Literally. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to finish him off then. Here's your sword. Hold on. What do we got? We got one more in here. It's tragic. Now murder him. I know. This is one terrible. This is. I'm actually really sad about this. I really thought we had a chance. He was so close to seeing it. The worst part is he sees the truth. He openly admits that he sees the truth. He knows. He knows. 5 from Lagobu. Listen, my guy, do you want me to drop some enemies here? Because I can. I can start doing... Am I spawning these? What is that? That's Krell's Chosen. Fantastic. Am I dropping some spawns? Is that happening right now, my bub? Also appreciate for the 5. He's so close. He was so close, my guy. Oh my god. Devastating. He sees the truth. He knows the reality of it. The Phoenix is corrupt. The clergy is corrupt. The Phoenix doesn't trust him anymore. And the Phoenix is probably going to end up killing him next. If it helps the story, yes, we'll drop them. We'll drop them. Oh my god. That's so sad. That's so sad. It's your sword. Oh, god damn. Okay. I won't leave you to wallow in shame. The problem is that we're not going to be able to get out of this without fighting, right? And so, like, we might be able to come back later. But, I think the problem is that he's just wallowing in shame, right? I think he's... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe should have kept the troops outside and come unarmed. The problem is getting inside. Like, getting in would have been a pain. They would have attacked us on sight. Would have been a whole thing. Would have been a whole thing. I'll drop the Krell's Chosen here in just a minute. Oh my god. Then raise your sword. I won't leave you to wallow in shame. You deserve more than that. I'll grant you a warrior's... hold on. I'll grant you a... befitting your station. The Phoenix will put you to the fire for releasing me. I'd rather you not suffer such indignation. Then you have truly become him very well. I have become him? What does that mean? Okay, well, guys, we're fighting Seda. We're fighting Seda, and I'm going to drop some Shek because it's fun. Krell's Chosen. We'll drop a 5er. My lord. He is him. You are the Phoenix. I know. I see no other alternative. I think at this point he's made his bed. This is so sad. What a sad moment. Brothers fighting brothers. Brothers fighting brothers. That's what that is. This is a one-on-one, boys. I want no interference. I'll keep everyone away. Everyone else can piss off. This is a one-on-one. I said one-on-one, you bastards! There we go. All right. Tell him if you win this fight, he must join you. I think if he drops, I might heal him and offer him one more shot. If not, I might leave him. I might just leave him. Right? Like, I'll beat him in combat, and then I'll walk away. But I think after I knock him out, I might offer him a hand. Extend a hand out to him. And give him one more shot. I wonder what his profile says right now. I'm curious as to what his profile says. My Inquisitors say that. We're at plus 47. We're still friendly with him. Yeah, I mean, we're still friendly with him, but yeah. Okay, recruit prisoners mod. Well, no, it's got to be part of the story. It's got to if he doesn't agree, then it's not right to force him, you know. It's not right to force him. What are you guys out here fighting still? A couple of them are. Kyo, get over here and help Santos. So I feel like Santos is always wandering off to fight on his own. My God. All right. The Duel of Fates. I've got Star Wars music playing in my head right now. Got Star Wars music playing in my head. Oof! Hit me with the backside there. That's bad. They're really going at it. My God. My God. Da, na, na, na. Riel's taking some damage. He's taking damage. It's good. It's good. Hello, Great Bald Ones. Hello. Imagine Riel losing this. Listen, I don't need a repeat of the Asada incident, okay? That was fucking absolutely embarrassing. If he loses, though, I hope that it's a good loss, right? Like, I hope that it's a good loss. He might lose it, to be honest with you. Nice, nice. Got him with the uppercut. He's down an arm. The fight is real, man. They're really going at it right now. The only one that could give Riel a real challenge these days. Strength is going down. Riel's down an arm. At this point, wouldn't it make sense for you to have a Paladin's Cross Mato like the other side direct the enemy of the Phoenix? Hold on. At this point, wouldn't it make sense for you to have a Paladin's Cross Mato like the other side direct the enemy of the Phoenix? And the only one is equal. I mean, yeah, like we're gonna take the Paladin's Cross off of his body. We do have the Mato that we took from Igor. So I mean, we'll get there. This is more epic than most stuff Hollywood has pushed in the last 10 years. Listen, it's there. It's there. They're giving it all they got, Captain. I think he's losing steam. Riel's arm is in real bad shape, though. Going in for that patented sweep. Sada's starting to take more hits than not. He's backed into a corner, left leg down, movement's inhibited. And he's down. And he's downed. All right, heal up, good buddy. Jailed. Everybody stop. Everybody move. Everybody move. We got a couple guys that went in jail because they got knocked out, and I had what is it? I had people on hold, so they couldn't get back. They couldn't get back up. That's funny. Entirely my own fault. Cinema. It was beautiful. He took some serious damage to his arm. All right, finish the attack. Commence. Everybody charge. Everybody charge. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. We're going to wait till he comes back up. We're going to put Riel on hold. I want to offer him another chance. Offer him one last chance. Imagine worrying about prisoners while your commander is dying. Jackson, get out. Escape. There we go. Escape. Escape. Koi. Escape. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try it one more time. Hand to Seda. Doesn't need to be the end. Still, we can save these lands. Plan together. Fight together as we did in AdMag. Please. Doesn't need to be the end, good buddy. It doesn't need to be the end. All of you guys need to piss off for a minute. All of you guys need to piss off for a minute. Go away. Oh, well, Seda is unconscious again. Okay, well that's to be expected. That's to be expected. I'm gonna take this because we are trying to convert you. You know, maybe not giving you the big stabby thing is a good start. A good start. Maybe we'll just take that for now. We just take that. Thanks. That's good. Don't think he's gonna be responding on this one. He might have actually. Let me check his dialogue. No. Nope, I don't think he heard it. Okay, well, everybody else, I mean, just keep fighting, guys. Just keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. It's all fine. It's all good. It's all good. Frozen, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, my guy. How is the Sans mod updated or upgraded since? Depending on the LM used, it seems much more responsive, and I've noticed that you get a lot less of the same, like, repeating dialogue and all that stuff. Like, it's much more amicable in terms of that stuff. All right, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? I don't think I have it in me to kill him. I don't think I have it in me to kill him. We're gonna take him, and we're going to put him in one of his own cages. We're gonna put him in one of his own cages and leave him. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. Well, that was a bust. How unfortunate. I really thought we had his ass. Put him to bed. It's just... Yeah. Well, we're gonna go finish off the paladins here. We kind of did that. Bro's gonna be pissed when he wakes up. Yeah. Well, listen. He acknowledges the truth. He knows the reality of it. The Phoenix is not gonna let him live. He's already acknowledged that. And but I don't know. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to kill him like that. I just don't. I just don't. Koi lost your sword. Is it on the ground somewhere? No, of course not. One of those damn paladins must have taken it. It's alright, we can forge you a new one. We can forge you a new one. He's lucky he didn't get stripped out. Yeah, no, we'll leave him some dignity. We'll leave him with some dignity. Lauren, do you have another one? I don't think Lauren does. No. Alright, well. Strip a weapon off of these guys. Take that. And then Koi, head over to... Commander will give you a Paladin's Cross. Oh, Kiyoshi lost a left arm. Well, I think actually Kiyoshi already had no left arm. Alright, take that little one there. Alright, continue murdering. We gotta fill up our food. Gotta make sure our army stays fed. Where is the bar? There it is. Head over to the bar. That solo combat was crazy. You know, down an arm. We lost. We didn't lose the arm, but our arm got fucked up. But my God, take that man down. Cut him real deep. Cut him bad. Nice. All right, to the bar. We're gonna go loot some food. Loot some food. Pretty much the only thing worth looting is the food. Proper duel. That's what I'm saying. Proper duel. We let him get his one-on-one in. It was good. It was good. It was good. This was one terrible divorce. Listen, it was bad. It was real bad. Hurt me deep. Hurt me deep. Hurt me real deep. Bro said I can do this with my bare hands. There is some resistance. We're gonna face a little bit of resistance in here. Thief! Thief! Put him down. Nice. Alright. Still low chance of stealing on that. We have to wipe them all out. Griffin, Sigmund, all of you guys, get in here ASAP, please. Move as fast as you can. Get in here real feckin' fast. And we'll have Riel kill. We're gonna have to kill everybody in here before we can loot the food. Before we can loot the food. Bonk, and then all of your food is mine. What are you doing? No, you're not a medic, dude. Kill this man. The fuck is wrong with you people? Well, you know damn well what my problem is. Mercenaries don't like us either because we had a couple of scenarios play out. But Sig, Griffin, and Saram will come in here with their great swords and just carve them in twain. Fan-fucking-tastic. Fantastic. Alright, grab all the food we can. We're going to be taking this back with us. Shit. What else can we fit? And Saram, who has the most room? You guys do. Take these cooked veggies. Does anybody else have a... yeah, no, they don't. One moment you're eating a dust witch, and then it's just utter bedlam. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Utter chaos. Utter chaos. Fair enough. Okay. We've got food. You guys go. Go on now. Go on now. Get. It's all good. How you guys doing on your heads? Not bad. Just Riel's arm that got fucked up in that conflict. Cool. I think we're almost to the point where we can head out. Let's go see if he's awake in there. I want to see if he's woken up yet or not. This town will be completely destroyed upon a reload, so... Then tomorrow, Battle of Blister Hill. Is he awake in this cage? He is. He is. Wakey, wakey. Tell him the truth. Glad to see you're awake. You're awake. Despite everything, couldn't, bring myself to kill you. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Look who's finally awake. You got caught in that Holy Nation ambush crossing the border, right? Walked right into the what was it? You got caught crossing the border, right? Walked right into that Holy Nation ambush. I see. You have learned... wait, what did he just say? I see. You've learned some measure of mercy since we last spoke. It suits you poorly. From you. I've always shown mercy. Mercy is a liability. It's why I'm in this cage, and you are not. If this doesn't end in a gay marriage, I don't want anything. Oh my god, he's the closest thing you had to an ally. I mean, literally. Literally. Oh, man. Okay. I learned it from you, brother. You've shown mercy. Yeah, mercy is why you're in this cage. My hope is you might see the... hold on. Is you might see reason now. I've seen your reason, and it ends with me in change. My loyalty's not for sale, Commander. Oh, shit, he called me Commander. That sucks. He called me Commander instead of Riel. You're only in the cage because you wouldn't stop fighting. Told you before, I just want to talk. Couldn't trust you wouldn't wake up and try to fight me again. We can stop this now, you know. End all the bloodshed together. No longer on a first-name basis. It's bad. You already spoke, I listened, and then you locked me in a cage. What more is there to discuss? The Phoenix coming for you, next. Said so yourself. Are you really just gonna let him? That? You're a High Inquisitor, for God's sakes. And leader of Stack. Some fight, my man. Roll over and let his him and his corrupt state take you. He is the Holy Lord Phoenix, Okrin's messenger. To defy him is to defy the Lord's light itself. My fight is against the enemy of the faithful, not the voice of our faith. I am telling you. I, too, a voice for Okrin. You read the reports. You know this is the truth. You're blind. No, I can't insult him. I can't insult him. The reports spoke of a miracle, not appointment. The Phoenix is the throne, Rial. You are only a voice if the throne allows it. The fact the miracle aided my cause alone when the forces of the Phoenix, God damn it, of the Phoenix were there too, speaks to my cause. If Okrin was on his side, why did he heal my men and save my people? The Lord's ways are not for us to question. A blessing does not grant you authority, only reprieve. Zeta, come on, man! Comes for you, too. What then? Then I will face him with a clean record and a clear conscience. Perhaps you should be more concerned with the enemies at your own gate. Okay, well. Yeah, I think he would only listen to Okrin at this point, too. Is there anything I can do that will prove to you that Okrin thinks my cause is just? That he sent me to root out the corruption. Corruption that has spread into our lands. I am not the one you need to convince. The Phoenix hold the keys to the faithful. My duty is to him. You must you must be written in the ashes of your enemy. Your proof must be written in the ashes of your enemies, not whispered in a cage. I am not talking about proving it to everyone else. Not even you as Inquisitor. I mean you. Seda, the man. And I called my brother. How can I show you? You cannot. That man died in the courtyard of the Silver Citadel the day that my brother chose to raise his sword against the Phoenix. In the name of Okrin. In the name of Okrin, then open this cage. Fine. What did he say? I missed it. Hold on. What did he say? Then prove your cause is more than just pride. Fight alongside me, and you can see that for yourself. And if I show to be less than you want, you can kill me. Hold on. You take my head. Deal? Oh my god, it worked. What the fuck? It worked. Then we have an arrangement. My sword is yours for now. Oh my god, it worked. It worked. Yes. Oh my god, it worked. About fucking time. Let's go. Oh my god, it worked. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh my god, it worked. It took some convincing, but it worked. Let's heal our boy up. Let's get him healed up. The boys are back together, baby. Oh my god, you must promise that if you screw it, he will kill Riel. Oh, it's gonna happen. Listen, if things fall apart, I will have the series will end with Seda killing Riel. I'll end it with Seda throwing Riel on the stake. Burning him willingly, I promise. Get him out of there. Get you out. We have work to do, brother. Oh my god, that's so good. $10 from Lagubu. Thank you very much. It worked. Great job, Hero. My stream is a little behind. No big deal, my guy. No big deal. Fucking fantastic. Oh my god, it worked. We do, and we'll need to move quickly. The Phoenix's loyalists will not take this defiance lightly. I imagine he will send his best to our lands. Oh my god, it's so good. He will, and they will find a wall waiting for them. Get these shackles off me. Oh my fucking god, dude. I can't believe we did it. That's so good. Bottom of the 9th, we gave him one last chance. It's so good, dude. Oh my god, it was so good. AI might eventually end the world, but it sure has made this series extremely entertaining and unique. Dude, this was so good. Oh my god. So good. All right, I think that that valiant handshake there is exact. I think that's where we save it. I'm gonna end it there. That's it's fucking mint. Are you gonna make Stack your belong to your faction in the next episode? I think it may be too late. It may be too late with the Conquest. I might try. If it is owned by the Holy Ancient Outlaws, I might try. If I can, I will. But oh my god, dude, absolute cinema. That was so good. It was so good. Fuck, that worked out so well. The dialogue, the duel, waking up, the cover, all of it. It was all so good. Damn, that was so good. All right, guys, I'm going to end it at that. We will be back tomorrow for the next episode. We're going to gear up for the final confrontation against the Phoenix. We're going after the Holy Lord Phoenix. Oh, my God. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I might end up spawning like deliberately for plot convenience, for plot reasons. I might spawn Valtina into Blister Hill for the conflict. I imagine, the Phoenix, from a roleplay perspective, would start calling his forces back. I might call Valtina specifically back to Blister Hill for the fight. Oh my god, dude, crazy stuff. The dialogue was insane. One of the best rounds of dialogue I've seen since One Arm Toji. This series has turned into something completely different. My god, crazy stuff. That was good. Really good. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow for the next episode. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching the stream. I appreciate everybody who donated. As always, use your powers for good instead of evil. Make a difference in somebody's life. And I will see you guys for the Battle of Blister Hill tomorrow. Shit's getting real. Shit's getting really real, guys. Fucking cool stuff. Have a good night.